like it's serious, serious. Oh, looking deep in the dream, there is the one in pain. Turns out that's the one who means the most to you today. Adventure calls now, let's go. The ball's built between us, they will show. Still what we don't know. Yes, working hard together. Yes, we've got superpowers. Got to dream, despite the rivalry. Gotta see it through believing in you. There's even charm in failure. Yes, we've got superpowers. All the love and the tears in the world we're in. United, gently bringing up a thought again, yeah. We're the foolish ones we love. Will carry on till we see the light. The sun will rise. The greatest fight at its core is against myself forevermore. Come on, let's do it now. Let's go. The ball's built between us, they will show. Still what we don't know. That's what we call adventure. Yes, we've got superpowers. Got to dream, despite the rivalry. Gotta see it through believing in you. There's even charm in failure. Yes, we've got superpowers. Yes, we're the superpowers. Yes, we're the superpowers. Yes, we're the superpowers. Yes, we're the superpowers. Now that I see that you're up ahead waiting there, hold on for me. On this long journey that we've only barely begun, friendship, love, courage, and a little bit of fun. These are the things that even as the years go by, will not ever vanish from our minds. We are all pieces of a single planet Earth. Little by little we can find each other's worth. And as we see what sort of form we're meant to take, all of us know the wind will always keep on blowing away. Feel the wind, feel it surround you as you finish what you've begun. Look to that wind to dry all the tears as you're braving the things you must overcome. Join the quest, join the adventure, found in meeting somebody new. We'll never stop for anything. Now that I see that you're up ahead waiting there, hold on for me. All the tears you shed will help you to become so much stronger. All the tears you shed will help you to remember everything, 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 now and forever. Feel the wind, feel it surround you as you finish what you've begun. Look to that wind to dry all the tears as you're braving the things you must overcome. Join the quest, join the adventure, found in meeting somebody new. We'll never stop for anything. Now that I see that you're up ahead waiting there, hold on for me.
Vignated the beat.
Days gone cold, I wonder why I can't let go to save my life. One day I'ma let it slip my mind. Close my eyes and let it all drift away, drift away, drift away. And forget it all happened. Turn hate and pain into past tense. Do my best to forget it all happened.
Let's pretend it never happened. Going through the memories, you got me feeling trapped in. Whole new world, but if everything blackens, I'ma fly to the sun. We all go back when you was mine, how was yours? If I die, you're my cure. Can we fly all aboard to the sky? Then some more I know. Not a love was lost from way back. Come fly me, we don't change that.
Days go cold, I wonder why I can't let go to save my life. One day I'ma let it slip my mind. Close my eyes and let it all drift away, drift away, drift away. And forget it all happened. Turn hate and pain into past tense. Do my best to forget it all happened.
Bank account overdraft in the red. I was stressing, couldn't sleep, thinking how to pay the rent. Begging for a break, like damn man, I need one. Wanna die a legend, so I guess I gotta be one. Yeah, getting sober off the pills. I ain't smoking marijuana till I got the bills paid. Once I pay my debt, we gon' turn up in a big way. I'm the steady grinding till the day I get my big break.
Days go cold, I wonder why I can't let go to save my life. One day I'ma let it slip my mind. Close my eyes and let it all drift away, drift away, drift away. And forget it all happened. Turn hate and pain into past tense. Do my best to forget it all happened. Days go cold, I wonder why I can't let go to save my life. One day I'ma let it slip my mind. Close my eyes and let it all drift away, drift away, drift away. And forget it all happened. Turn hate and pain into past You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one to find the strength in all that I was dealing with. This life like kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall to leave, will you be there when I'm quick to save me? A superhero in your sleep. A superhero in your sleep. You called my soul when I was falling. You moved the clouds to stop me from hitting the ground. And every goal there was a meaning. For this love ain't kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall to leave, will you be there when I'm quick to save me? A superhero in your sleep. A superhero in your sleep. Oh, oh, and when I fall to leave, will you be there when I'm quick to save me?
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know.
I also have the out on a mission up. Let me take that down. Because we are not out on a mission, we are doing the thing. We're going to give it 3 minutes before I close voting or bidding. 3 minutes. Most of these are just going to be people either bidding or complaining about the music.
As is customary.
Dude, I put Mini Guy on there singing One Piece opening, and they're like, it sounds like a One Piece, it sounds like an anime dub opening. Dub! Can't win with these people. Just cannot win.
We gotta speed through this one. Both of us would rather be other places, so
Yeah, I could be watching football soon and playing One Piece.
boy, what are we thinking? 20, 25 minutes, shove off, we out.
Shove off.
In and out. We out of here.
Who's a better main villain, Dofi or Croc?
I say Dofi.
Yeah, probably Dofi.
I like Dofi quite a lot. He's he's great. Got a lot more style as well.
I'm doing a pre-test while watching this. You do not need to be watching this.
Yep, you can go ahead.
Yep, a lot of bids. Hey, this music sucks ass. Play Life Will Change.
What? It's Persona music.
Yeah. This is why it's really hard for some people to want to use their channel points for things like alerts and TTS. Because it comes to the point where we get here and they're looking like, oh my god, I don't have the points to outbid people.
But the last time we did this was months ago. Stockpile them for a week or two and then, go crazy as you're accumulating more points, but have that in the bank. Don't be like, hey, why? You're literally going, why am I poor? When you're spending your money. Mad at other people because they rich. And you're just like, why ain't that me?
What's up, Black Queen? Best Persona. I wish One Piece Odyssey outfits were advanced enough that you can mix and match clothing, parts, and hairstyles. That and low difficulty are the only two big issues I have.
Yeah, I got a couple issues with it, but yeah, the outfits I would like more variety or something. Maybe just not even like full costume changes, because that's taking up resources that can be placed other places. But I would like color changes. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but what he's saying is essentially like have a pants, have a shirt, have a hat, and then just swap them out. Because you should have all the assets. I mean, you have them. They're ready.
Sure, but something like Zoro's time skip outfit, that's a full one piece. That wouldn't be considered a top and a bottom.
No. The top would be the big old coat part. And maybe even the sash. And the bottom would be whatever pants you want to do.
But you can barely see the pants.
But they're still there.
You would get a little flash.
I mean, it's like wrestling where you put a tattoo under your shirt. I mean, you can't see the tattoo.
That's dumb. don't be like, yeah, it's like this dumb thing. Yeah.
Can someone change the music to something more energetic? I will fall asleep in the office. This shit sounds like an early 2000 dub anime OP.
How dare you?
This art makes me feel a type of way. Do you want to wake up, get out there? This is a cover of some anime OP, but I can't remember which one. It was One Piece. It was
just ask Mike for his
No, they're gonna complain either way because it's not Persona music because they know it pisses me off. Most of the times it's just, hey, the Persona music. A lot of the time the issue isn't even the music. It's just that it's not Persona.
Why don't you do Persona?
Because I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna hit with a stream versus. I don't know if they play it and then they do the copyright thing.
Just a cover of it then.
I'd have to find a cover on Spotify or at least download a cover, and then they might still not give you permission to do so. Because I looked up some anime cover openings and a lot of them are copyrighted.
Like I said, Mike has a lot of.
Again, the problem isn't the music.
But he has Persona as well. So.
Okay, but they just want to piss me off.
But
you have to understand this.
But you would pull that back if you
no, because I don't want to give them what they want.
And my stocks are down for some reason.
Because the point would be, it would be like, hey BG, why don't you just show the feet? Like, it pisses me off.
But that's something that disgusts you. As opposed to a logical mind frame of, we don't know if it's going to get the stream struck down or something. I'm over here, I sit down, and I do the work. But for some reason, my stocks are down when BG don't give y'all what you want. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to influence the stock market at all.
You are truly
I'm not trying to
closing auction now.
I'm not, not trying to raise mine, just trying to lower his a little bit.
Best Persona
no
wins.
Competition.
20,000 channel points. We watched 3 minutes of the video. Too late, Carlo. We watched 3 minutes of the video. Give us the video. Give us the timestamp. Oh,
if you want.
I will put it in the separate place, the Q&A. Submit video and timestamp here. You cut off your dreads. I am probably gonna do that next year, maybe the year after. I just want to do a couple things with my dreads before I cut them off.
Nah, when I had my dreads, I was just like, nah, it's time. It wasn't a big plan or anything. It was just like, nah, get rid of them.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand the feeling of. See, I was so against letting my dreads grow out for so long that I always had the ends cut. But with the pandemic and everything, I was just sitting around and they started growing. And I wish I would have let them do this earlier, because part of the issue I had with my dreads was I'd be laying down and they'd get in my ear or something or touch my neck and I'd be like, ugh. But because they're just long enough to where that's not a problem. Do you like Batman villains? They're alright. Some are better than others. I don't like the Joker as much as I used to. Harley Quinn is literally stopped with Harley Quinn.
It's fine.
Scarecrow is one of my favorite.
Who knows when the winds of fate may lead us? I like that quite a lot.
Best persona, we're just waiting on you. The funny part is, even after cutting them off, my hair is growing back rapidly. So by the end of January, I might have a whole Jerry curl. Jesus. I remember those days where we get our hair cut and it'd be 2 weeks later. They'd be like, what the
That's why I'm bald. I'm sick of it. I do my own now.
Do your own now. I did get it. That was all One Piece cover. That explains why I had it on the tip of my tongue. Play Rock City, boys.
You know what the answer to that is?
An emphatic no.
I did listen back to the whole fairy tale video of that, and I went, oof.
Okay.
Yes, that is gonna be a proper revisited. I think that's the one. No. That one was the isekai one that's on the list. No, it might be this one as well.
Starting.
We have more than one video from them.
You never know. You just never know.
Who knows when the winds of fate may lead us?
It's such a good video. It's so great.
All right, first and last video, and then we out of here.
Yep. Hope y'all liked it. Let me start up the next auction while we're here. Josh, you asked for that a long time ago, and we always meant to do that Inner Demon video, and we just never did. We're gonna have to do that very soon.
Or obscenity statutes, which raise the de facto age of consent to...
Can you pull that back a little bit so we can get the full sentence?
American child abuse rates have been on the decline. To everyone bringing up Japan's age of consent, sure. At 13, Japan's base age of consent is the lowest of any developed country. However, many prefectures also have local corruption of minors or obscenity statutes, which raise the de facto age of consent to 16 to 18.
Okay, there's that thing out there that the age of consent is 13 for Japan, but it's truly not. It's that if a 13-year-old is with a 13-year-old, they can consent with each other. But a 13-year-old cannot consent with, say, a 17-year-old. It's literally that simple. So when the lowest is 13, that is technically correct. But that doesn't mean, like, our statute of limitations, or not limitations, but whatever it is, age of consent. Our age of consent is, let's say, 16 for Michigan. Anybody over the age of 16 can have sex with anybody 16 or over the age of 16. That's not the same for Japan.
Effective age of consent in Tokyo by local statute is 18. And it's not like this is an issue that is set in stone either. It can be changed. In November 2020, students submitted a petition.
Are they defending this?
Yeah, that's why I tried to get the full... What's your point with this, ma'am?
Neo Arcadia says, "What did I just walk into?" Why is the age of Japan a topic right now?
Legitimately, it's the video that was voted.
To raise the age of consent from 13 to 16, which received 40,000 signatures. Arguing that it's fine because it's not technically illegal in Japan should mean nothing to you. I can guarantee from my video analytics that at least 44% of you are from the United States. Like 100 people living in Japan clicked on my video, which is like 0.01.
What is the point of this? I need to go back to the point of this. Is she going, is fine, is not fine? What are we doing here?
Still disagree with me.
Okay, we're gonna double time this. Let's do 1.5.
Then that's all I can ask. Because there is no conversation at all if you're not even willing to engage in the first place. So before you start writing a comment on this video, I want you to really take some time to think critically about which side of this argument you want to land on. The reason I brought up the author of Rurouni Kenshin not facing jail time or even being fired for his possession of roughly 100 DVDs of real child porn, like not anime, actual human children, was because he is not the exception to the rule in Japan, he's kind of the standard. The possession of child pornography only became totally illegal in Japan in 2015. Charges for possession include imprisonment for up to 1 year and being fined up to 1 million yen, which is just under 9,000 US dollars. He was fined 200,000 yen, or less.
So what does this have to do with cancel culture exactly?
I don't know. But we're going back to where we were. I don't even care anymore.
Which is like 0.01%. They are not the people I am trying to talk to here. You cannot use cultural differences as a defense when part of that culture also ends up hurting people. Media does not exist in a vacuum, and portraying
Anko
sexualized
says, wait, 2015? That wasn't that long ago. Holy shit.
Nah,
characters in any media normalizes the sexualization of children to the audience. Why do you think so many of you can't even see this as a problem? It's because anime has normalized it to you. And also, none of this matters anyway, because guess what I found out after making the Dragon Maid video? The author, Cool Kyo Shinja, has drawn at least 5 comics of child porn, so there is literally no point in defending this person. One of which is 194 pages in length. Do you know how—
Why would y'all have us do this?
Is she talking about people trying to cancel her because of her?
That cannot be.
Because what does this child porn stuff have to do with cancel culture and the being worried about it?
It's something about child-coded characters used for hentai and the author Dragon Maid making that content.
long it takes to draw nearly 200 pages of a matter of— Look, I know doujinshi or hentai of child porn aren't illegal in Japan. This guy has not done anything that I know of that could be met with legal action. And even in America, when it comes to drawn child porn, it's a little messy, right? In 2005, in Richmond, Virginia, Dwight Worley was
Every 1 million says, please roll back a little, I didn't wrote down the title.
It's
I did this
clear.
for research.
It's clear Persona just wants our channel not to be here. This is the only thing. I understand Persona.
20 years in prison for his possession of child porn, including hentai, digital photos of real children, and graphic text-based emails. Among the arguments in his appeal was that cartoons are protected under the First Amendment because they do not depict real children. He also claimed the statute is unconstitutional because text-only emails cannot be obscene. 2 judges rejected those arguments. A third agreed with Worley on those issues, but joined in the majority in affirming his convictions on the counts pertaining to the photographs. The PROTECT Act of 2003 includes the possession of anime or manga that portrays children in sexual activities as a prosecutable offense.
Okay, so this is hypocritical because the person that's making this video has also drawn Bakugo exactly. So contextually, it makes a lot more sense why this was chosen.
No, you can't.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense of why this is chosen. You cannot do that. You cannot be on your high horse while drawing this.
When people dig that up, it's just like, oh, whoops, what are you doing?
Isn't that what old dude was talking about? Like, you can draw this and look at this, but if I look at Yayarozu, Whoops.
Supreme Court held that virtual child pornography was protected free
this
speech.
grandstanding and high horse bush, and then just seeing that, it's like, ooh.
What's even funnier is they're basically burying themselves. Because they're like, don't defend this stuff. And now, eventually they're going to have to defend their
I
stuff.
wonder what the defense was. Or was it just like, I ain't addressing that?
Speech, provided that the virtual depictions are not obscene.
All right, we're done. That's 3:30. Jesus Christ, that's some hypocritical stuff.
Man. Again, if you've done it so far in the past that you're just like, nobody's going to find this, nobody's going to dig this up, I scrubbed this from the internet, and then somebody, that one person took that screenshot, and then it's just spread around, then you just go, I'm just not going to address it. If I don't address it, my audience at large won't notice it, and then I can just continue on. I'll delete whatever I need to, and then move on. Go to the comments real quick.
Yeah, it's so funny because cancel culture, quote unquote, a lot of it is people just going, I'm canceled. But they would be fine if they just let it play out. The problem with culture is that it removes any possibility of growth. I admit I don't agree with it, but I was really happy to hear that. What? It removes any possibility of growth? Oh, this is gonna need to be done eventually.
I gotta assume the comments talking about the Bakugo stuff has been scrubbed.
The thing people keep missing is fiction can't override an existing strong-held belief, but if you have a gap in your knowledge, fiction can fill that in misinformation. Someone familiar with that, I think it should be noted that it originally came from the fanfic. Don't care. I am Japanese
Go
about
to,
this.
go to newest.
In defense of people saying Keishiro is a pedo, shit, an adult, and the Keith, I don't care. I like her videos that explain and show examples of problems in fiction.
Satanel is best persona says. The hypocrisy is why I chose
Yep,
this video.
I already
the
knew
point
it.
about Promised Neverland being offensive to black people.
What?
There's a big old mammy in there.
But
it's whatever. I don't. You know,
it's gonna be offensive to some black
Yeah.
people, and other black people are gonna be like, I don't really care. 2 minutes until bidding is taken off. A very good and important video. I have one problem, and it's how we deal with problematic media. Is that if we simply annihilate it from the surface of the internet, we could just make the actual problems in the media insufficient for research. So if a problem is child pornography, lollies, and hentai, scrubbing it would make it impossible to research it. This sounds very much like that. Who was it? Keith David or somebody that was like, I was doing a documentary on it when he was found with the like. That's basically
here because of Lily Orchard's latest video, and she was right. This is great. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yep, that's all I need to go. That's all I need to know. We are closing the bidding. Chris month
Nami
is
the
never
Goat
gonna happen.
says. When is Chris month?
Chris month is never happening. Shut
I
up.
don't know anybody named Chris. I know somebody named Chris with a K. Whoops.
It's always that way, isn't it?
Is it frozen?
Nope. There it is.
Okay.
It just took a little bit to pop up in the chat. Zai, give us your video. Give us a timestamp. Thank you, Naki, for the... Or do you want to be Silver Heart Soul now? Thank you for the re-up. Well, that's when you... That's if you win, Fighting Gimmick. That's if you win. But for right now, it is Zai.
Is that 30 to 40?
Yeah, that ain't
30
happening.
minutes to 40? That's 10 minutes.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
It's a 3-minute max.
All right, I'm gonna go watch Avatar 2 with a friend. Hopefully, nothing funny happened while I'm gone.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, not at this
Avatar
stream.
2, my goodness. Who would want to...
No salad saying.
Are you going to watch that for the best and worst? Oh yeah,
Yes.
you did say you weren't going to. I expect a full report because I could not be the least bit bothered.
Not the least bit. Just waiting on the video.
Yeah, we'll get to her eventually. It's that video has been staring at us all this time. That isekai video.
I don't want to do it though.
That's fine. It's there. We'll get there eventually.
Are you sure? Are you very sure?
Oh yeah, we're gonna eventually run out of videos, and we're gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel, and that's gonna be one of them.
I'll let you choose between both 5 reasons why Demon Slayer is a good show or how My Hero Academia nails its realism. Which one do you like more? Or like less?
I say the realisms.
All right.
Because of 5 reasons.
Rock, paper, scissors. And there we go. 5 reasons.
But my
Every
thing
1
is the
million
5
says,
reasons one. We'll
imagine
maybe
those
get
losers who
one
keep their
reason.
points and not spend it on spamming voice messages.
I mean, that's on them.
That's people's choices.
Yeah.
If they want to rock that out, they rock that out.
Damn, y'all already guessed it wasn't that hard, was it? I saw it. I was going through an old video and I saw.
dick. That's my request to you.
Oh, that's gonna hit so hard on viewer request month.
I was going through an old video and it changes your name when you change it to whatever's current. You can see it back then now, and that's how I knew it was you. Thanks for the super chat. So,
I might let me see that how My Hero nails realisms.
Demon Slayer hit the
248. How much did they win by? How about we do a minute of each?
That makes sense.
We'll do a minute of each one instead of 2 minutes of the one. Simply because DA really wants to look at that other one.
Okay. The big takedown.
have a good show without a decent cast, and here none of them are alike, except for background ones, to the point where it was the easiest game of
What show has characters that are alike?
He's got nothing. His music, you could turn it down a little bit, my dude. Just a
relevant
little
character I've
bit.
played since Yu-Gi-Oh! An entire rainbow was used to design them, both literally and figuratively. We have a wide range of looks and personalities, from adorably apathetic to annoyingly hyper, even when their goals and desires
Okay,
are
like you just said. What's a show with similar people?
And similar design.
It's not a praise to be like they're different, dude. That's nothing.
Yeah, this argument means, literal zero.
similar. The moral compasses are all over the place, which creates interesting dynamics and
Who's more?
I'm just gonna say the things that are in the show, and then that means that it's good.
All right, their moral compasses are all over the place. Who is he referring to? The main cast? The Hashira?
He could be referring to the main cast being like Nezuko is cool versus the Hashira being like demon equals kill demon.
But that's not morally thing.
It's not. It could be seen as a moral thing because they're not trying to understand Tanjiro nor
That
the
has nothing to do with
characters.
morality.
It may be a incorrect wording because they may
I'm
not
sorry,
be
I'm not
entirely
trying to
English.
understand Charles Manson. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to understand Hitler. I apologize.
makes finding someone you sympathize with an easy task. Speaking of which, our main dude Tanjiro is a surprisingly likable character for a shonen protagonist. You know what I'm talking about.
Surprisingly likable.
Is he gonna go, he's not a goofy dude. He's not eating a lot. He's not loud and boisterous.
Loud, obnoxious,
Yeah. He's unsurprisingly likable. You're not allowed. Naruto is unsurprisingly not likable. Naruto was in like the top 2 or 3 of the popularity poll. People love Naruto. He's very likable.
Very extra looking at you, Asta. But don't get me wrong, we got that one
People love Asta.
I love Asta.
He's in like the top 1 or 2 or 3 in the popularity polls. You've got the yelly thing that Giga's got, but what else? And you...
Cotton Candy Hope Chan is a bum says. Why are you surprised? These bums got 4 frames of references.
Of course. It's just they're different from other things. How does he feel about Luffy? That's a great question. I would love to know that. Especially since
How much has he consumed?
He's praising Tanjiro for not being like Asta, loud and boisterous enough. But we know that he's seen My Hero and he knows that Deku's not like that. So it's not a praise to be like, Tanjiro's not this thing, when this thing is not a very prevalent thing in at least what we know that you watch.
Just waiting for it.
I made angry videos and the community frowned and said, well, hereby dub you, Dritz the Drag Down.
Also, so funny thing, y'all know your movie Sucks and Adam, right? So apparently Confused Matthew really inspired him to make his channel because he said his Lion King video and said, if this idiot can get 90K, I can too. Jesus Christ, that's scathing.
So after we did our Lion King video, I looked to see if anybody else did a Lion King video, and YMS did watch some of the Confused Matthew video, which was very entertaining. He did essentially the same points that we did, but then Confused Matthew did a video about YMS's video on him, and it was horrible. No! Oh, that rabbit hole ran deep. It was so entertaining. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super
I would
chat.
recommend people go watch both of them.
That sounds like fun. What is the viewer request auction? People bid points. The highest bid gets to pick the video we watch from anywhere to 1 to 3 minutes. And then we go to the next video of the next winner.
And oh boy, he made more people drop than any demons in the show. Still, I haven't been so pleasantly surprised with the MC since Deku, and we'll get back to that. The next point is an extension of the second, and it will be a quick one. Character arcs. Yes, there are no hundreds of episodes of development, but they still do develop, and it's satisfying to witness
I'm
the...
so tired of this stupid shit.
Well, that's the end of that one. So, let's see.
He's seen ReZero as you're queuing that up.
Yep.
My Hero, Hunter x Hunter, Spy Family, Bleach, not a loud and boisterous main character there. You're just talking about the way he's seen One Punch Man. You're just talking about the 3 or 4, but there's probably as many that are not the Naruto archetype that there are.
I'd say more that aren't.
And just praising somebody for not being that is not enough. Especially since you didn't name any of his character traits or moments or anything. You simply went, he's not this, and that's refreshing. You did. I would like to hear
I've been behind on my Hero Arc for a few years now, and since the 6th season is coming out, I thought it was a good time to come back. Naturally, I started from the very beginning to refresh my memory, and I'll be damned if this show is not set in one of the most realistic fantasy worlds, cause nearly everything makes sense, from how the society integrated heroes and villains to how entire new industries appeared to accommodate that.
Batman can happen down the street.
Okay, I'm adding this to the list.
Oh my god, already?
I mean, they get that other Demon Slayer one as well.
There are plenty of parallels with the real world, and it's masterfully done.
And he did a chef kiss.
Oh, yeah,
And
I didn't see that.
it's a bunch of teens in hot tub! Alright, we're going to the next video.
No, that wasn't a minute.
I'm okay. We'll skip somewhere because we're probably gonna do
And
this
that
video
30
anyway.
seconds didn't count because I just wanted to hear what it is.
And you can't predict everything. That's what any sane person would understand. Yet, the media makes UA and stuff look bad, asking these provocative questions and sowing seeds of discord, all for what? So nobody goes there? So number one hero maker ceases to exist? If that's not an action of a villain, I don't know what is. This school is one of the essential parts of this new order. Not only does it actively attract and home people who want to aid others, it also serves as a beacon of optimism. While it still stands, the future looks bright, because
But
the
it's not
community
the
knows.
only hero school, though. We don't even know, like, somebody like Miracle. She's number 4 or 5. Did she come from UA?
Don't know.
I think she did. I think there was, like, some stuff with... Or was that just fanfic that sort of pairs her off with Hawks?
Maybe.
That
But
every
you look at Win, dude, who's off to another school. He's a monster. You can't just be like, oh, UA. No. Intel, man, is not cracking top 100.
Old Euro.
Come on now. It's not just, all right, UA, that instantly means you out there. No.
Denji, all you need to do is
Hi
exclamation
Zaldonix
point
says,
bid.
it's on the plus on the list. Mission completed.
All you gotta do is exclamation point bid, and the amount you want to bid, it has to be higher than the current leader. If you don't have a lot of channel points, it is what it is. You just gotta wait for a lower potential bid.
a bunch of new heroes are graduating and are ready to save the day. That's why there's an entire new industry supporting these institutions. Yes, some things are not
Is it a
explicitly
new
shown.
industry?
No, I don't think the I forgot what they're called. The
Research and development.
Yeah, I don't think that course is new.
Like, how do they manage to make all these robots to perform various tasks with AI so advanced they can even nag? The answer is in the first part of the video. This is a very advanced civilization. Sure, they're not interstellar, but it's not hard to believe they have the technology, and with quirks that can make
Okay, so what's different
So
from
what's-
like Iron Man?
Yeah, what's realistic about this?
Oh, dude, this
Where's the
video is gonna
realism
be-
come from? If you just go, it's not hard to believe that they got this super advanced technology.
bigger,
Let me stop the bidding now, cause I want that video by the time we end this video. Oh, I am on the total wrong thing.
smaller, weightless. Manufacturing them wouldn't be too difficult. They made UA dorms in 3 days, for crying out loud. Fully furnished
Cotton
too.
Candy
That
Hope
just goes
Chan
to
as
show
a
how
bum
in demand.
says, I really want the hot news lady and the thick furry lady to hang out for reasons.
For reasons.
And these things are. The construction business must be thriving with villains running wild and students wrecking shit while training. However, it's all obvious and we've seen it so many times. This show, though, does something different in terms of creativity and foresight. Professional people in need of rescue. Of all the animes I've seen, there are few that focus on this kind of training, as it's always combat. But the whole point of being a hero is to save others. And as good as Trial by Fire is, it's way too irresponsible to let pupils train on actual civilians, because they can easily make the situation worse. That's why they have dedicated people, actors if you will, who perform as victims during the events or exams, and even evaluate as well as coach newbies to prepare them for the real deal.
Okay, but something like a Black Clover, they wouldn't need that.
Yes, they're fighting bad guys.
This is about saving people. So of course there would be some sort of test to save people without actually putting people in danger. That makes sense.
It's just like those cop training things where the pop out people don't shoot
Yeah.
the old lady, shoot the bad guy. Of course there's gonna be old ladies and civilians to make sure you don't shoot them. Oh, dude. But that's the realism. Because, of course, it would be like that. So, they show it.
This is praise for this basic stuff. It's just murder.
Who won that? Persona, you won again. Stop putting things in the channel thing if you ain't win. Persona, you won. Give us your video. And I will start the next auction now. In one of my I really gotta catch up in My Hero. I really do.
I don't know why you not.
Why would I be? Is the better question.
Because there's a lot of stuff going on. It's ending. You gotta ride that hype wave.
You realize that didn't mean shit for me with Naruto, right? You realize that ain't mean shit for me with Bleach, right?
I don't see how you just let that pass over you.
You
It's
don't see
right
how?
there.
Luster says, Will Smith in MIB did he same thing? How real?
Yeah, like, oh, that must be one of the most realistic fantasy worlds ever, because they actually showed training of saving
Chris the
people.
Chilled says, I can tell Persona stockpile his points like all for one stockpile quirks.
I mean, that's what you gotta do if you want to do this. Oh, you know what we can do in the interim? One of the debt picks. While we're waiting on people, we could go through some of our homework. One of our homeworks were the top debt picks this year. As soon as this pops up, then we could do it. I'm gonna have to refresh my computer at some
You should
point.
probably have a separate window for the live Q&A and then the live chat.
But I don't really need anything for the Q&A. Oh, you mean when we actually do a
Chris
live
the
Q&A?
Chilled
No,
says,
I'm talking about right now
500.
for when...
I mean, but what do you... All we're waiting on is Persona to put a video in there.
Yeah. So if we're doing the debt pictures, we don't know when they put the video in, and then we're also looking at the chat as well.
I feel like I feel like it's not. It takes up too much space for how little it's used. There we go. I actually had these in order. This is my number 10. I don't know if you had any in
No, I
order.
ain't got no in, except for my number 1.
Okay. Which I would assume is I guess large icons. I would assume is this.
Nope.
What's number 1?
Number 7.
Number 7. Okay. Then we can go with number 9 for you, or this 9.
I love the cotton candy clown on the right. I love the colors so much.
Yeah. This right here.
Show Auga Lily Orchard. Go to the Discord and see Auga Lily Orchard.
Yeah,
we ain't getting her to come over here and with us.
We're not fans, and she destroyed a fan off of this. Yeah. I love the blocky, and this was the style he was going for. I love the blocky nature of basically every aspect of her, especially the shoes. I don't know why I love those ink block shoes. Jesus Christ, Persona.
Persona, we need that video. Have your videos up and ready, you bums.
I guess we go to the next one.
We waiting 2 minutes. If you ain't got your video in 2 minutes, everybody who wins, we moving on. No refunds.
No refunds.
I don't know if they.
Oh, I
get
can't refund.
No refunds.
No refund.
None.
This is my number 9.
Oh man, my house is on fire. Well, too bad. You had 2 minutes.
You should have got out and voted. Yeah, this kid could just take so much of
That
you.
was a hard cut.
I don't see how you could cut it.
Give me dessert.
You know what? That's one of mine too.
Dessert killed me so much.
It's such a great one.
Dessert.
I mean, the blackwashing video can be done at some point, but right now we're waiting on Persona. Oh my god. Okay. I'm moving on to whoever won before then, and I think it was Det. Give us a video. In the meantime, we can go to the next Det one. What do you want?
You can just go 1 to 10 at this point, except for number 7, which is my number 1.
Yeah.
The Blake redesign is my favorite redesign of all the RWBY girls. I had to pick one. I didn't want to just go all of
I
them.
made angry videos.
So that's
in the
gonna be the
community
one.
frowned and said, "We hereby dub you, Dritz the Drag Down."
Isaiah with 20, no message.
If you're
Thank
gonna
you for the
give-
super chat.
If you're gonna give us money, say something.
Thank you for the super chat, but my God.
Or at least be like, hey, do this video.
Yeah, drop a 20, won't do that.
Did you forget?
Number 8 was dessert
You
for
get
me.
so many words with $20.
Number 8 was dessert for me, so I'm using a backup, which is I don't even know who you are. You took my views from me. I don't even know who you are. That is one of that whole Yamusuke video is one of the best meme things we've ever done.
I was going down and I was just like, these are all great. But yeah, just a straight baggy.
Isaiah, what are you doing?
Hey, request something.
Say something, please. Thank you for the super chat.
What is this? Where all this coming from?
Please, please, God.
Thank you very much, but something.
All right, we'll do because Persona, you were super late with yours. We'll do 2 minutes of yours and a minute of Det's. Det, you're gonna have to give us the name because where we are in the YouTube chat, it's not gonna allow us to actually go to it. Just give us the name.
Is it not?
Yeah, no, because if we click on it, it just takes us right back to the Creator Studio.
Odd.
Yeah, we can't get linked to things through here.
Not even copy and paste it?
Nope. I think I've tried that before. Maybe it will. Nope, right to Creator Studio.
I'm just doing my troubleshooting mind brain work thing.
I understand. You have to understand though, dude. I have troubleshooted.
Jiro Boat, you aiming for a timeout? You can ask for a timeout.
What did they say?
Mark month X Salad saying month win.
Oh no. We
I
just
like Judgmental Critter. She's really good.
So maybe this video's good. I'll just jump into, let's say, 4 minutes.
But it's even.
I'm sad that all my best comments are on Trigger's console video.
Everybody was banger with all them
Dutch
videos.
says, Gala Sweet.
Gala Sweet was something.
And thank you for the super chat as well.
Thank you for the super chat.
Constantly put on in overly sexy positions and forces the camera up and down her body for us to drool over. And it's gross. Not only is it gross to treat any woman like this in general, but it's even grosser knowing what her character is actively going through in the game. We really get to see 2 versions of An. There's the An in the story, the girl trying to be seen as a strong woman, not a sexual fantasy. And then there's the An that the camera forces into a sexy position so we can stare at her body. And it's a gross dichotomy being presented to us here. An's whole story gets so muddied throughout.
But there's also the aspect of her owning her sexuality. Because
Yeah, but I'm gonna cut you off right there with that one though. Her owning her sexuality is totally fine in the moments that she wants to, but there's clear indications of her being annoyed by the guys looking at her legs when she's trying to wring out her skirt, or her bra when she's all sweaty. Those are things where she does not want to be leered at, and they're just leering at her.
But those are the 2. Are there any other ones?
Because I can't.
The swimsuit that she put on the swimsuit.
Yeah,
so that's like
I can't speak on much past that.
The game, and I don't understand how her character could have been so mismanaged. The message of her character arc is actively getting confused due to the game's own way of sexualizing An for us. The game is forcing us to ogle her the same way she's trying to get away from. There's aspects of An's development that actually does.
I don't. This is with the whole the first arc. I can understand the whole. That's where I'm just like, the argument doesn't really necessarily hold weight with she's trying to be getting away from the ogling thing, because this is the whole breaking out of that situation. So I'd say after this is where the problems start. But here it's just like, yes, this is the problem. We're addressing the problem. She's getting over the problem. And now that she's gotten over the problem, the story isn't necessarily allowing her to get over the problem, which is the problem.
Makes sense. Case in point, her modeling career. For her confidant storyline, An reveals she wants to do modeling, and she struggles with being regarded as a real potential for modeling. And I actually love this. This actually highlights an important element of An's story, taking her
I
sexuality
made angry videos and the community frowned and said, we hereby dub you Dritz the Drag Down.
She also hits Ryuji and the others when they do it. Absolutely, she does. Which speaks further to her not wanting in that moment to be looked in that way.
It's just an odd thing of the camera is doing it, but the character doesn't want it, and they're punishing people for leering. So is the intention for it to be a negative, or is the intention for it to be like, no, but look at it, and you know, you're not getting hit, but the other person is getting hit. I don't know what the intention is going for.
As far as the Persona creators,
yeah.
giving it back to herself. Rather than letting creeps stare at her and turn her into some sexual fantasy, she's actively taking her body and showing it off on her own volition. A lot of people will try to shame pretty girls after being creeped on by perverts like Kamoshida. Oh, you shouldn't have been wearing that outfit. If you didn't want people to look at you, then you shouldn't have been showing off your body like that. But that is incredibly disgusting. Those kinds of mentalities are victim shaming. They blame An for being pretty, rather than blame Kamoshida for trying to take advantage of her. It's his fault he's a perverted shitstain. It's not An's fault for having a curvy body. It can actually be really hard for women with sexy bodies to feel comfortable enough to embrace their sexuality.
Pause. I don't know why they never put her hood up ever again, because that's such a good look.
It's a great look.
I'm pissed at it. I said in the Discord, if a character got a hood, put the hood on and it's a 50 times increase.
Yeah, who wants a loser to look at them anyway?
Especially after being objectified like how An has. Rather than give into this concept of being ashamed of her body, even though it's apparent she's a beautiful woman, she's harnessing the courage to commit to her modeling career and embracing her beauty for herself. Being sexy isn't the issue I have with An. Look at her Phantom Thief costume overall. The idea of their outfits as Phantom Thieves is one of my favorite elements of the game. The thieves' disguises are actually a reflection on how the world sees them, mixed with their own concepts of what rebellion is. Ryuji gets stereotyped as—
Okay, we're done with the video.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that full argument.
Yeah, it seems interesting, if nothing else. I feel like there's a lot there I would agree with. There's a couple things I might take issue with, but overall the sentiment would be I agree with what they're saying.
Like I said, Judgmental is really, really good.
What? 906? Oh, no. Is this our video or what are we doing? I don't remember if we did this.
Are we gonna be stuck in a loop?
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus Christ! This is not a.
Wait a second. What?
Are we the baddies? Yep. Right about there.
Okay, why I hate Robin? Not why I hate Robin. It was like, if it's why I hate Robin, it's like, well, I hate Robin too, so what are we doing here? But why I hate Robin? Because Robin sucks!
Indeedy do. Is there an arcane open at the moment? I don't know if there is. But let's close with it just in case.
Critter didn't show off my redesign, so she get a negative 11 from me. Yeah, that sucks. She probably got a bunch of them, though.
Fighting gimmick, give us the video and the timestamp.
The bomb carrier is looking angry!
People often debate whether Ironwood or Robin are better, and I side with Robin. But I'm not without reason.
Ironwood...
Dude, it's been 3 seconds!
I know! But Ironwood had a point until they had to just go, no, he's making too much of a point. Let's just make him a comic supervillain.
Yep.
He had a point of just like, I'm just trying to save people. But she's just like... how about we just steal whatever's in your truck? I don't know where it's going. I don't know what the purpose is, but I'm taking it. Could have been going to a hospital. Could be going for research or whatever, but she's just taking it. No.
Reasons. I discussed Ironwood in a previous video, but to keep it brief, well...
Pause. Having an incompetent military, that isn't his blunder. It's the fault of... Because is he training everybody?
No.
Does he allow people to go out on the... Or is he just the tippity-top guy? Burger King CEO, man, if you get a bad burger down the street, you're not going to point to him directly and be like, hey, yo, my burger.
This is your fault for hiring the regional manager that hired the general manager, that hired the shift manager, that hired the employee.
And what's incompetent about the military? Is it the military military itself, is it a single person within the military? Burger King doesn't suck because one person messed up your order. Burger King sucks because of whatever Burger King sucks for. Never updating cybersecurity. We don't know if he did or didn't.
And it just still worked.
What's his name is just that good at hacking stuff because he was hacking the entirety of the Mantle or Atlas. I forget which one it was.
The dust embargo.
I don't remember that.
Same. No troops in Matilda.
Support staff, he has very few people that he can trust. He's a very paranoid person. And he has Winter, who's going to be the Winter Maiden. And everything that he's been doing, he sees as being done correctly. So why should he have a support staff? And he's got the Aesops who take care of business. And we see them take care of business in their very first shot that they show.
This is why, because he misspelled mantle. That's why. Not repairing the wall.
When? For what purpose? Give us the context in this.
No military keeping Grim away.
That kind of goes into the other one that you spoke about, which was two before. Having 2 seats on the council? How is that? This speaks to his incompetence.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the whole purpose of this?
I believe so.
Isn't it a hyper-competence? Doing nothing about Robin until it's too late. What was she supposed to do?
What was he supposed to do?
I would like arguments, not just a slideshow of points.
With no long... Of course, you gotta look at the short-term survivability right now. Mom's coming now!
They here!
So we're gonna do this, and then we'll worry about the repercussions after the fact.
Betraying Ruby. Ruby betrayed them first and foremost. He walked up in there and was like, I'm laying everything on the table. Here's everything that I have. And they straight up lied to that man several times. Don't give me that bush. They were in the wrong. They had no reasons to lie to him. Juniper, same reason. They were all within that. Crow, same reason. Oscar, same reason. Executing government officers, they were questioning his rules, and he was just like, I'm right. What's incompetent about this? What did that man do that speaks to, oh no, it is a bad thing to not have him around anymore? Is he a murderer? He sees his importance. He sees how smart he is.
You can't say is he a murderer after he just shot an official.
Oh yeah, I guess he is. There you go. But he sees that this going into this. Back what I said. We don't know if that dude's important, but we know of Watts' importance. He knows that Watts hacked everything, and he's just like, oh, now I got this big brain man on my side. Not interrogating them, Jock, for what reason? His plan is to go up in the sky.
Says he needed Watts to turn back on the heat.
He needed Watts to turn back on the heat.
After capturing Watts, okay, yeah.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah, that was
Maybe his own troops fear him?
They're supposed... Some people work better with fear, some people work better with respect. It's all depends on how you want to rule.
Absolutely. But this is stupid Ironwood.
Yeah, at this point we're basically in stupid mode.
Yeah.
And we're way past our time limit. But yeah, at this point we're in stupid mode.
We're in stupid town. But all that other stuff, there's the argument to be made for Watts. I've seen there's Ironwood. I've seen a lot of videos about Ironwood. And it goes back and forth between he's right, he's wrong. He has some good ideas, but he poor execution and all that stuff. I believe he has some good ideas. He's just a very driven man, and to the point where they were just like, nah, stupid mode on. his quirk. Not his quirk. His quirk. Who cares? That's what it is. Let's stop pretending.
You know, I haven't watched this video in forever.
I am not either, but I remember agreeing with a bunch of it.
Yep. 3 minutes is the limit. And we start at 32, so we'll end at 35.
Yeah, metal
Anko
is
says,
trash.
I hate metal.
It's so dumb. Especially since it's not even in the show. It's off on the side, so he's just acting irrational if you haven't seen that interview where they just go, no, that's his semblance. I almost said quirk again.
He crippled himself for life using the tools his teacher had given him. We learn more about his teacher, Mike Guy, much later on. But Guy didn't realize he'd essentially destined Lee to destroy himself. He believed so much in Lee's ability and motivation that he failed to recognize his natural limits. His desire to see
I don't think he failed to see it. I think he pushed too hard for him to surpass them. Mm-hmm. He did see the limits, and he went, no, you can still be as good as any other ninja here.
And there's also the fact that we see that he can use up to the 5th and 6th gate without any sort of drawback. So he taught Lee, and just like, oh, he's going to get here eventually. Lee would have just had his muscles torn if he didn't get crushed. So that's...
Which is very repairable in this world.
Only Lee's dream, but his own dream and his father's dream come true, they ended up dooming the person he loved the most. But no time for that. Fight 11, we're here! Naruto's dumbass fight against Neji. And believe it or not, Naruto gets in basically no attacks at all throughout the whole fight. He just flails around wildly slapping the air with no plan because he's Naruto and he was born stupid. Neji easily beats him. He blocks off all of Naruto's chakra points so he doesn't even really get hurt so much as just render Naruto completely unable to fight. Now, Neji makes a great point here that I made sure to write down. Naruto, he's a dumbass and he knows that he's a dumbass. He also never studies, and he knows almost no ninja terminology or anything related to being a ninja as a result. But he keeps insisting that working hard can ignore that.
Naruto as a character sucks.
Yeah, he absolutely
He can't be that driven to be the best and also that lazy to not look up what his name was, who his wife was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we have a you get 2 wins limit. We've had that since the first one because I think Carlo had won like 3 or 4 in a row, and I was just like, no, we can't be having that. We can't have people hoarding points and then just constantly winning, and then it's 8 out of 10 videos are there. So there is a 2 video limit for winning.
And natural talent. So Neji asks him, oh, so you think that anyone can become Hokage? And he's not even saying that you have to be naturally gifted to be Hokage, which you do, but more that Naruto is insulting the position by saying that anyone that wants it hard enough can get it, which really just rubs Naruto's stupid ideology right into a horse's anus for how fucking right he is.
I will say one thing about Plague of Grapes. I don't like his comedy. I don't like his...
Yeah. He goes... It's like... If Nux is a 10 with the meme words and stuff, he's like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
It's like, pull it back and make your point. But... No, this is another thing, the same thing that happened with Pain, where Naruto's just like, oh, crap, you right. Whoops. But then, what does he do past this? He continues to just be like, I'm going to become the Hokage with hard work.
Yeah. And it's bullshit.
So it doesn't really change him, which is... but he changed the entire in Hyuga system off screen.
Neji is 100% spot on. Hokages are born. Do you think the 1st through 4th Hokages got the job by being willfully ignorant, but just trying really hard? Do you think the reason everyone else didn't become Hokage is because they were just too lazy? And he has no answer at all. Just get fucking wrecked, Naruto. Good God, your asshole is blossoming open right now. Get fucked, bitch. You little orange dumbass. But the series has an agenda, and Naranha has puppy power. The Proctor completely ignores that Naruto has been incapacitated for about 2 minutes, even after Neji repeatedly tells him to either call the match or start counting because that's your fucking job. So the plot cheats. Neji cheated by using X-ray eyes, and then Mr. Rudo also...
You would think that it's like, this guy can't use chakra. We're done here. He's not gonna get a lucky kunai on me. He's gonna die.
Cheats.
It's like MMA refs. They gotta look at how much you're defending yourself, and then they go, oh, he's not doing anything, he's not fighting back. This fight is over.
By ignoring his chakra points entirely and flooding himself with magic demon fox powers. But who can cheat the cheatiest? We already know the answer, but let's proceed. Naruto still has no plan and just jumps around wildly, never landing any hits because Neji's defense is too good, and that's the whole point of the fight. At some point, Neji uses his rotation thing. For some reason that's never mentioned, and I think it's because the writer couldn't think of one. This pushes Naruto underground as a cloud of dust conceals the area. Naruto leaves a passed out clone so he can burst out of the ground and punch Neji once. Naruto later admits that he didn't even plan this out, and it was a complete accident that he got shoved in the dirt in the first place. Neji doesn't pass out or get KO'd, but for some reason declares that he can't move. He apparently got so exhausted from beating Naruto's ass this whole time that getting hit in the chin once was enough to win the match. So
Pause. I could say right there, the lack of chakra
Jirabot
from the
says,
spin. And
Naruto should have protested the 5-Cage Summit and demanded the smaller nations join this world issue after hearing Pain's life story.
No.
No, he had a path. He had to get Sasuke back first and foremost.
That's the goal here.
But yeah, I could say that it was the lack of chakra and the explosion that hurt him so much. But still, even still, he was okay enough to... Naruto was okay enough to dig, but he was just... And make a clone.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Eric, Renji and Rukia is horrible.
Oh, what's he doing?
He said, y'all don't rock with Renji and Rukia.
No! What?
What romantic indication was there at all? It's trash.
Carlo, give us your video.
It's just there.
It truly is just the point. I should have ended it earlier, honestly, because there's time. There's literally time right now. So I might as well do some more character stuff. I mean, some more death stuff. Number 7 for me. Here's your video for the week.
Cotton Candy Hope Chan is a bum says, it's kind of amazing how not only Naruto is able to dig that far underground and that fast, but tell which direction was going to perfectly line himself up under Netki.
Yep.
He read the chakra somehow.
It's amazing, isn't it? It just needed to happen.
Amazing.
Yeah, that
isn't it?
video was just one of the videos that we mostly agreed with. And that's the type of thing where we just sit there and just go, yeah. And that's why I don't want to do really positive videos, because you'd be like, yeah, and then just elaborating on, yeah, that was kind of stupid.
So both Puppet Mark drawings I think love.
There was some hard cuts,
but this
really
one I just love a little bit more.
This is just perfect because it's just what I was going for in my mind, and that was just like, here you go, and I didn't even tell him to do it. It is fantastic. And they look really good in the other person's outfit.
Yeah. I love the way Ippo looks. Do we have our video yet? Do not have our video yet, Carlo. Y'all...
Fighting Gimmick says, thanks for the Pog reaction.
You are welcome. It's so amazing to me that people are bidding 30,000 channel points and don't have their video ready.
You think it'd be in the chamber?
Ready, waiting, willing. This is also one of mine, so I'm going to have to substitute it for another one.
Amazing. See, that's not fair because you're getting substitutions.
Hey, what's the
that's
problem?
legitimately not fair. This is the second time that this has happened.
Yeah, well,
this is not fair.
What are you going to do? Number 6. I had to pick only one of Seed Timber, and it was the Racer. I love her. I love the design. I love the car. I love her.
Hokage. I don't want children to die on the battlefield. All Hokage, including Naruto, send children to the battlefield. Explain this logic to me.
People talk about Naruto and how he, the whole ninja tools thing and how he wants to change and he just sends children out to the battlefield. No problem.
Top 20 worst games of all time. At number 2. I wonder what number 2 is. Unless it's Persona, this might be problems. By Gaming Magic.
I wonder what this is all about.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Leo Luster, baby, indeed.
Cotton Candy Hope Chan is a bum says,
I got that.
we truly the wheel of fire. All the villager are my family.
And you can't say it without showing it. Third Hokage.
Sebastian says, yo bums, it is me, your boy Mark 1. See, you don't love my 10 out of 10 videos. Why don't you love it?
Because they're awful.
What was Soul's super chat?
Oh, we had a super chat? Oh, I completely missed it. Come on, guys. Let us get that ready to win. I got that Lily. No Lily.
More Lily. Ugh. People
Come
really
on. Want us to be.
It's gonna be a runaway success with your viewer request month 3.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's gonna be viewer request month 3. Whoops, canceled.
I really struggled to decide which game would earn this spot. As a reminder, I've imposed a rule that I'm only allowed to have 1 game per series on this list. And to be frank, that rule was imposed specifically so that we wouldn't end up talking about 3 Danganronpa games in a row, because let's be clear, they'd all be up here in the top 5 otherwise. Of course, I could always just say Danganronpa Decadence is one of the games and call it a day, but let's not take the easy way out. So then, which Danganronpa game is most deserving of the title of second worst game I've ever played? Well, after much deliberation, the conclusion I've arrived
Sebastian
at
says,
is that for as much
yo,
of
it
a
is me, I love little boys.
morally reprehensible, mechanically imbalanced nightmare as Ultra Despair Girls is, and for as little effort as was put into Ultimate Summer Camp, for as laughably horrible its dialogue is, for as brain dead as its combat mechanics are, for as out of character as these bonus interactions are, and for as greedy as its EA microtransaction system is in regards to blatantly locking characters behind paywalls like it's a gacha game, the degree to which V3 utterly and irreparably nuked the entire universe of Danganronpa.
I am mad at the ending. Spoilers for the ending, y'all.
Big spoilers for the ending, y'all.
Candy Hope Chan is a bum says, viewer request month 3. Oops, all redacted.
Oops. But yeah, this is a person that didn't like the ending.
I love the ending.
The ending
of Danganronpa
was
3.
fantastic.
I love the ending of Danganronpa 3, y'all. Y'all have to understand this.
Is something
when this video hits 110, the bidding will stop for this video. Yeah, mute this video. The end. Anybody, this is your last chance, because we're going to start playing it,
Sebastian
and the
says,
ending is
yo,
very...
it's me, BG, I have big PP.
Inaccurate.
I just cannot overlook. Of course, there's the massive can of worms that is the ending, but this game was broken long before that ever happened. And when I say broken, I mean beyond just the standard Danganronpa gameplay being broken, and beyond everything about this stupid tunnel minigame, and beyond just a mere...
I love that tunnel!
Does he have a
Nobody's
video?
listening to you, you cuck!
You cuck. Who is this by?
Gaming Magic. E instead of an A for magic.
Because I want to see if they have a Danganronpa video.
It is Gaming Magic 13.
Because just this, I didn't like the tunnel thing.
I am bored, pay attention to me.
That's your fault.
Yeah, you do you.
Live the life of the cuck. Cuck life. I should bring that one back.
Doesn't look like it. They have an analysis series of the anime, but...
That means nothing to me.
That means nothing.
Existence of this nightmare cave. Every single case except for the 4th one is either entirely reliant on contrivance and luck, or just straight up makes no...
Most Danganronpas are...
Oh my goodness. Everything, contrivance and luck. All of them. They mostly do. How? What are you talking about? Explain that. Don't just say it is.
Goddamn sense, and blatantly ignores the laws of physics in order to try and pull one over on the audience to trick you into thinking the writers are really smart. The magical shot put ball, the unlucky
Sebastian says, Da, are you my dad?
No. I'm not. Why would I?
It wasn't a lucky shot put ball. She
put it into place for this to happen.
She put the camera down and everything. Now you can say it's luck that he was standing there and everything, but she perfectly planned this.
In order to try and pull one over on the audience to trick you into thinking the writers are really smart. The magical shot put ball, the unlucky motive
video. What do
video.
You have a problem with the shot put ball? The best that you can say is she had to hope for it to work and never test it out. But if it's a downward slope, it's gonna go down.
Ball, the unlucky motive video delivery, the complete and utter nonsense surrounding every...
Oh, hell no. Don't y'all love how Danganronpa V3 end was how you can love the world even if it's fake, and people hate it because they say it feels fake? So many people missing the point.
I don't understand that. We really need to hit one of them Danganronpa V3 videos
Absolutely.
to talk about the ending like that, because it's just like, I really want to see what the point is. Thank you for the super chat as well.
Thank you for the super chat.
Of this seance, as well as this absolutely ridiculous motive that doesn't hold up under scrutiny no matter how you look at it, and the sheer impossibility of this little switcheroo they do. It's all just such garbage.
What's impossible about it? Don't just say that it is. I understand that this isn't what the video is about, but you're presenting an argument as to why this is the second worst video game that you've ever played, and you're simply saying what happened and not why it's bad. It's impossible for this to happen. Why is it impossible for this to happen? That's not how you do things. You don't just say it's bad and then just leave it at that. That's not explaining yourself. Especially since you have a 6-hour video about how Toy Story 4 destroyed everything. Surely you'd be well versed enough to be like, let me properly explain my point and not allow the audience to extrapolate whatever they want for whatever my point is.
Neo Arcadia says, Hamon's talking faster than XQC, holy shit. That's a fucking feat.
We're still on 1.5.
I'm about to say,
1.25. That's why.
Why is it on 1.25?
Because it's easier to get through the videos and get to more videos.
I suppose so.
That was the only reason. Mysteries for you to solve, and this is not the game for you. You'll either figure out everything about the case immediately, or you'll be left.
I'm sorry, what?
You're looking for something with clever mysteries for you to solve, and this is not the game for you. You'll either figure out everything about the case immediately, or you'll be left scratching your head until the final.
What case even was that?
What case even
Sebastian
was
says,
that?
Da 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 da.
You need to figure out how to say DA instead of Da, because I don't know anybody named Da.
Seconds, not because you failed to deduce things properly, but because you assumed we were in a world where basic laws of physics and simple, easy logic apply.
Ball go down, physics. I don't know what more you could possibly
Happy ball, hit head, die.
Chris, give us your video, because we're ending this video very soon. I'm going to open up the next auction.
And that's not even mentioning the fact that the entire game is made pointless after nothing more than just the first chapter. Because while the killing games were horrible, evil events put on by Junko and Ashima, they would always abide by the rules, and Monokuma had always previously gone out of his way to make sure they were followed to a T. But in this game, within the very first chapter, they deliberately break the rule that only the blackened is to be punished, and the second they do so, the stakes of this game are nullified.
Who got punished that wasn't a blackened?
Wasn't it the fact that the ball didn't actually hit him and normal girl just knocked him out?
Oh, later on. Yeah.
Why would I care about anything that happens in this story if you're trying to center a killing game around these ultra important rules while simultaneously shouting them into—
Then that would be the ending and not the beginning.
Blaze right or no?
Blaze right or no? All right, yeah, we're done
Silverheart
here.
Soul says, oh shit, this is one of the first pick for VRM2.
Oh no, yeah, nobody needs. We might need to do something with him.
Yeah.
Because he's very bad at explaining things right now.
But I don't understand, because he's got a 6-hour video about Toy Story 4.
How can you? Literally, how? Oh my god! Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, well, take a vacation. Because it's just going to be your boy.
210.
Chris the Chilled says,
has a problem with
y'all see it.
Yeah, we got it.
Actual anime.
The Danganronpa anime that has nothing to do with game. Most people agree that the anime is not very good. Once this video hits 3:15, it will be stopped.
Oh, he did the Danganronpa 2.5 self-nullifying nonsense. That was...
Okay, I remember that one in the viewer request month. I remember that one.
That's what that was.
All right, yeah.
Next. Kingdom Hearts just had its 20th anniversary. From the very beginning, it was a risk. Combining Disney and
Sebastian
Final...
says, to explain my last post someone said stop, I said no anyway, back to making funny jokes. What did the doctor say to the nurse? You're a nurse.
They did say that. I'm sure that is a thing that happened in the universe.
Fantasy on paper is an idea that still seems unbelievable, but 20
Disney X Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I don't see exactly how it would. I could see that it's just like it's two weird things. So two things that don't look like they would mix at all. So why would you do it? But if you're a fan of both of them, I'd give it a shot. People did give it a shot because it's like, hey, it looks interesting. I don't see that this would be a risk or an odd thing, but I could see how other people would see that it's a risk or an odd thing.
Yeah, for some reason our cat just crashed.
Yeah,
so
boy, we out of here.
We out of here. Right on time, y'all.
years later, the series has sold over 35 million copies across all entries, more than the other active Square Enix games.
Why? It is normal feet. Ugh, I hate it. Give him his big clown feet.
Kingdom Hearts is about to test just how far it can take world-hopping narratives. The Darkseeker saga.
Based on what? Because it's coming to the real world?
Yeah,
that means nothing.
Yeah. It has shown that it can do almost anything, and people will be like,
Sebastian
yes,
says,
please.
My wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward.
Don't encourage him.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
Don't encourage him.
Took an astounding 16 years to tell across 12 games. It was doubled down on time and time again that in order to follow what's happening in these worlds, you need to partake in everything the series has to offer. It has
Ooh, not everything. Sometimes you just need to see the ending of a game.
Yep, sometimes it is just that last cutscene that's important. I'm looking at you in Recom.
Oh no.
The years pass, slowly become a more complicated task to be a newcomer to the series. This is the most
Sebastian says, singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera.
I don't think it's very difficult to get into the series if you're a newcomer.
I like how
because
you
you just
ignored it.
start at the beginning.
You didn't even.
If you don't
want
like
to
number
engage.
one, you don't have to continue it. This is the One Piece argument of you're not forced to go into it.
The second you start chapter 1, you're locked in until chapter 4,000.
And if you're
Isaiah, what are you doing? Thank you for the super chat.
Deuce to say something.
Videos in the community found and said, well, here I love you, Dritz the Dragon.
Request something. Hop into the Discord and come into the call or something. Don't just give us money. I'm just mad at Muff giving us money. Thank you, though.
Thank you for the super chat massively. But my God.
But yeah, this is again, and if you're enjoying it from the first one, you got a lot more to play, so it's a good thing.
Sebastian says, why do seagulls fly over the ocean? Because if they flew over the bay, we'd call them bagels.
So if you enjoy the first one, you're just like, yeah, I get more of this thing that I really like. And how is that anything but a positive? I understand just like I want to get to the end, but it doesn't really matter. I don't understand the whole it's difficult to get into for newcomers.
Memes find them. Time them.
Thank you very much, Meme.
I know it. Isaiah knows it's debt's money.
Give it to Dad. You cut in with Susan. But I'd say something like Doctor Who is a lot more difficult to get into because there's not a number one starting point because you don't necessarily need to know the first, second, third, fourth Doctor because they don't really influence other things. There may be a little bit of things here and there, but everybody's got their own thing to start with. But you start with the beginning for things like this, so I don't understand how it's necessarily difficult to get into for a beginning, other than the fact that some people are overwhelmed by a large number. Like a large number of video games.
Arrive, drop $60, leave.
No words.
Time to attract an even larger fan base, making people believe in Kingdom.
Why would it attract a larger fan base than Disney and Final Fantasy? Who else can be pulled into a Kingdom Hearts because he's in New York or something? Like,
Hearts seemed like a tall order in the days of its inception. Despite the large fan base of many of Disney's IP, Kingdom Hearts had to also win people over with its original cast of characters that resemble the character designs familiar to fans of the Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy's characters being used as a third pillar in early franchise history was a means to give the series an easier jumpstart. Not only did their inclusion assist in establishing Kingdom Hearts as a big player in the action RPG space, but they became a staple. Over time, as the Kingdom Hearts cast grew large, the Final Fantasy characters were making less and less appearances. they had served their purpose. While Nomura viewed
I
them
don't necessarily think that they quote-unquote served their purpose. I think it's just like a, hey, look at that. They were never a big part of the story outside of something like Traverse Town. They were just there. That's really where the Kingdom Hearts characters were. I mean, the Final Fantasy characters were. They were on Destiny Island, but they were just kind of there. You go to the worlds, they're not Final Fantasy worlds. They're Disney worlds. They were always just there. Now, they're just there less. But it's not like they served their purpose. There's this town that they go to. They just didn't go to the town like that.
Corey, give us your video.
No!
And the timestamp, please.
No! I am done with this video auction. I'm buying you with whatever currency this is.
15 Dark Larks. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for those 15 whatevers. Just dropping coins, just like, here you go. It's like, is this money or is this chocolate?
Can't even follow the rules.
Jesus Christ.
Marshall D. Preach?
I hate him. Corey, I mean.
Okay, I was about to say, which one?
as an incentive, fans had other plans. Kingdom Hearts, as it enters a new saga, is starting off with quite the tone change. It's been noted that the inclusion of Disney, while still there, will be less of what you're used to. In place seems to be a focus on more realistic environments and what so far feels like a darker tone. It's no secret that
it seems like they're just moving on to the new world. It's not going to be more world hopping because that sort of saga is over. We don't know what it's going to be until it actually is. Mm-hmm. So I don't. Even with interviews and stuff, like it's going to be less of this. I don't necessarily believe that until I see it. Because you can't just leave people hanging with all the worlds that people are frothing over a Wally world, and you're just not going to give them that.
Where's my Coco world?
After they gave a whole Monsters Inc. world and a whole Toy Story world with both unique stories, and you're just gonna be like, no Wally for you.
No Wally, but Pirates of the Caribbean world.
That Pirates world.
I wouldn't
Not
know.
only was the Pirates world great, but Pirate Sora is the best Sora.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen a better design from Sora.
rebuild the
Man, donated with crypto.
We can buy videos. I think we established that you can pay for a video if you so desire.
Yeah, we never established a base level of it, but we have no problem.
If you give us money, we throw us a video. We'll do it.
Yeah. Because there was somebody that was like, I'd rather give money than spend my channel points on it. Because I'd rather spend my channel points doing the alerts and the TTSs. Yeah. So instead of 17,000 channel points, that's 17 TTSs.
So Million, if you got a video, chuck it to us.
What time is it?
If anybody else donated and want a video, just let us know that as well.
Once lost
that's a rule, but we didn't want to be like, give us money and you'll get the video. It's like that's a secret video.
It's shekels. It's $4.69 US, you uneducated bums.
Hey.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, I don't know all the currencies in the world.
I don't know if it's called shekels.
I'm pretty sure that it is not.
Or you're just saying it's shekels to me because it's only $5.
It's that seems like a derogatory term towards a certain group.
How does the money to video time work? Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to do it this time because we're already halfway through. People have already given money. And it would be a backlog of videos. From now on, we'll do $1 a minute up to 3 minutes.
That seems good.
Instead of people dropping $20 for 2 minutes, that sounds ridiculous. $1 a minute up to 3 minutes.
Creative username says, Irik asked how y'all felt about Renji and Rukia.
We said that in the middle of the thing. It sucks. It stinks.
At best, they feel like a brother and sister, and they don't even feel like that at times. They feel like colleagues working together in an office.
Ask Eric any sort of romantic indication that they were romantically linked, and ask him a single time. A blush, a longing look, a hug, anything. Ask him.
We're not doing it this time, Million, but we will do it in the future. Because it's been a lot of money already exchanged.
It's been Isaiah.
It's been Isaiah.
I say give Million his. I say give Soul his, and we move on.
It's been Isaiah. It's been Soul. It's been Million, and there was one more person that gave like $2.
Stocks. I'm just saying, I was in favor of doing it, but BG isn't. Jesus Christ! Okay, thank you.
At least say that. We'll take that. Thank you for the super chat. At least there were words exchanged. Thank you very much for the super chat and the words more than the money.
Hey, at least now we know it wasn't a mistake. Somebody looking at their credit card like, what? Who?
You ain't say nothing. Thank you for the super chat.
It's just unprecedented that it's happening at this scale. It seems a large part of the continuing narrative of the game is going to be
and also going back to this, I think that Kingdom Hearts is in such a good position that they can start taking risks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is more established that you're in here for the Sora, the Kairi, the story itself.
Blaze Rider says, Isaiah's suspiciously wealthy.
Dude, we're getting a feel person.
Yeah, it's if you want to drop some money, that's fine and it's appreciated. But I would say a joke or hey, Kingdom Hearts, y'all.
You cucks, here you go, you cucks. Thanks, master.
Around Yozora. What becomes so interesting about the inclusion of Yozora and potentially the cast of Verum Rex is that by design and obvious parallels, they might as well be Final Fantasy characters.
Okay, that means nothing to me. I want to see Disney. The appeal of Kingdom Hearts to me is a JRPG that has a fun battle system and the mixing and matching of Disney characters as well as them being summoned or special swords or whatever. Keep it.
I'm in there for Sora. I like the Disney stuff, but I watch so little of it where it's just like Monsters Inc. I've never watched Monsters Inc. Big Hero 6. I've never seen Big Hero 6. But I'm all in on Kingdom Hearts 3. Tarzan. I've never seen Tarzan, but I'm in there.
It's this upcoming narrative twist that could be the perfect segue for a return to series roots. The first two mainline Kingdom Hearts games had an ongoing conflict between Cloud and Sephiroth, one that did not get a continuation in 2019's Kingdom Hearts 3. This was due to the need to focus on a massive cast of wholly original characters in order to wrap up the Darkseeker saga. However, with where the series is currently headed, there will likely be a much bigger focus on a smaller set of characters. Artistically, Quadratum looks like a Final Fantasy playground, or, Insomnia. The cast of Final Fantasy...
But then we would have to be like, why are the Final Fantasy people in the real world?
Yeah. I've never seen Monsters Inc. DA and I went through our top Pixar movies, and it was surprisingly barren.
Yes. I'm going to sit down one day and watch all of them, but I haven't. It was one of the ones that sort of passed me by.
I've already said I'm doing it till at the end of January. Before the end of January.
Fantasy VII were very popular when Kingdom Hearts first debuted, hence the inclusion of many of its characters. Right now, in 2023, Cloud and Sephiroth are as popular as they've ever been.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but we are done with the video.
Yeah, I just don't think it is groundbreaking. I think that it's just like, all right, it's time to move on to something new. This arc is over. We move on to a new
Would
arc.
you accept DLC Disney Worlds?
Sure.
That way you could pick and choose the ones you want.
Sure. I don't care. I'm here for Sora.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because you don't care about the Disney stuff. Would you purchase all of them, or would you select?
No, I'd purchase all of them.
Oh, okay. Even if it has nothing to do with...
I've never seen Wall-E, and I'd buy Wall-E World.
Okay.
Wall-E World? Wasn't that Bebe's Kids?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Full circle. Oh, Jesus. And Corey.
He said go to the most played about 10 seconds before. For context, he said that this guy thinks, or this person, I don't know if it's a girl, thinks that Luffy is One Piece.
Jessica Herring says, why did the guy get dumped? 'Cause he was a nobody, and she was heartless. Also, fuck you Blaze Rider, I have more than one account.
That's Sebastian.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sure, $10 per DLC Worlds, please. People like the idea of that.
I think people would buy it, but there would be people that are just like, what? Why are we buying Worlds? There would be people against it. I mean, I'm all for it.
Auction opening now. It will run until we hit.
How long? How much?
Oh, he bid the 3 minutes.
Of course he. So now, when I see Eric, I'm punching him, and when I see Corey, I'm punching him.
315 is the most replayed, so we're looking at about right here-ish. Once we hit 3415, I will close the bidding.
He instead inspired the One Piece to find the One Piece. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find that kind of silly yet perfect. Now, remember how I said at the beginning of my video that the One Piece logo hints at what the One Piece is?
Oh! That logo was not designed by Oda, that was by committee! Did you know that? Did they know what the One Piece was? That was Shueisha or Shonen Jump just going, here's this entitled, and they gave it to him. There is no hints, because he didn't do that.
Oh no.
Unless he, when he's pitching this, went, my main character is the thing that he's hunting for. No.
My bad, y'all.
I made angry videos and the community frowned and said, well, hereby dub you, Dritz the Dragon.
You getting punched for your voicemail. You call me in the middle of work, and then when I call you back, you hit me with that in voicemail? Where it's just like, hey, what's up? Oh, wait, calm down. Hey, could you be quiet in the background? Yeah, wait a second, I can't hear you. I'm just kidding, this is a voicemail. Leave a message, beep. I'm just like, you furious in the middle of my job. I called you. Because I'm like, oh, something wrong? And I get hit with that? No, you getting it.
Oh, oops.
That's it.
Oh, oops. I mean, he was talking to Chris at the time, so...
I don't care.
We are 3 seconds into this video.
Well, notice how Luffy is in the logo. In my opinion, this is the most Oda thing to do, and I think when we look...
It's not the
literally not the Oda
what he
thing.
did.
It's literally not the Oda thing.
back on it, we're gonna just think like...
Did he just loop a gif of someone looking back and you couldn't extend?
And I think when we look back on it, we're gonna just think like, god damn, how is it right in front of our face this whole time? Like, he's basically just toying with us at this point. There's more to this logo which has to do with the original Joy Boy from 800 years ago, so try to keep it in mind because I'll expand more on it later. Just remember the logo because I'll be discussing more on it in a few minutes.
What is the
He legit just said, I'm going to be expanding on it in the future. So just keep it in your mind because I'm going to be expanding on it in a couple minutes. You literally just said the same thing.
What about the rope? What about the anchor? What about the fact that in One Piece, the Jolly Roger is biting the rope and it's leading over to the anchor? What do these say about this? Or is it just the Luffy thing?
But before that, I want to discuss what made Roger and his crew laugh.
Is this guy? He's some serious piece of that our little brother is pushing on us. Oh, so redacted.
Oh, the memes are going, y'all. There's going to be some fun after the stream.
The monkey named Luffy made Roger and his crew laugh so hard that they started crying. In fact, Luffy or the One Piece itself made them laugh, kind of like how he's been making us laugh for up to 25.
Dude, no way! You are not making this connection! This is bummery!
This is why I hate this theory crap. It's horrible! No, I'm gonna get to that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Years now, I can see the laugh tale ending in such a humorous way with even those who try to hold it in can't help but burst out in tears. I mean, how can you not laugh at the things that this goofball does?
So, when Roger went to
One Piece?
When he went to One Piece, he saw some guy and he laughed?
Like, Luffy has been making us laugh since day one. I'll never forget the first time I watched One Piece, I started laughing so hard when Luffy called out Alvida. I had almost no impression on what One Piece was. All I knew was that it was a shonen, so I was expecting it to be a little goofy.
Wait, you have no impression about One Piece, what One Piece is? Yeah. Of course you wouldn't in episode 1.
Chris the Chilled says, "This is the worst theory ever. Not even Kong of Lightning or Roger's Base could make a theory this bad."
Carlo, give us your video.
I don't know if they could or couldn't. Because I don't know them, but this is bad.
This is horrible. Starting up the next auction now. Carlo, give us your video.
Man, I didn't expect the humorous vibe to be the driving force of the series. I was instantly hooked by it and never went back from there. So, just like Luffy's been making us laugh throughout the entire journey, the whole of the laugh tale is most likely the overall story of Joy Boy.
Cotton Candy Hope Chan is a bum says. Of the big three, this shit's pirates.
It's pirates.
From 800 years ago and the one we are witnessing right now, Joy Boy must have been a funny fellow himself since he had the model Nika fruit as well. But I believe the main part of the laugh tale that made Rogers so full of life was most likely the tale of Luffy, whom I believe may have even been pronounced as Laffy in the Kazuki writings.
Oh, dude.
Luffy, Laffy.
Oh, no. Oh, very much no. Why is everything always time travel?
Because they ain't got nothing else.
I don't know anything about One Piece, and it sounds like bullshit. Reach, turn this shit off. We have another minute 15 of this, y'all.
But I'll get more into the tale itself later. It's kind of a funny
Stop with this later. Don't introduce things and be like, I'm gonna get to that.
This is the biggest reach I've ever heard.
Dude, I swear.
Story that the man who's been searching for the One Piece had it right in his own hands the whole time. Also, did you know that Oda himself foreshadowed Luffy being the One Piece itself at the very beginning of the series? In Orangetown, we continuously see Luffy bring up how the Straw Hat is his treasure. Now, how does this foreshadow Luffy being the One Piece? Well, think about it. Luffy's nickname is Straw Hat, or Mugiwara, which could foreshadow Luffy himself being his own treasure by the end of the series.
Oh my god, this is horrible!
What are you talking about? How does that make sense?
Luffy's treasure is his hat, so Luffy is his own treasure because he's Straw Hat? Which would in turn mean that Luffy is the treasure he's been searching for this whole time? This sounds horrible. I would rage.
Mugiwara really is the One Piece. This could possibly go down as Oda's best example of foreshadowing. He's known for his hinting at the puzzle formula, but this is honestly just another level. If this does in fact become true, let's remember to always
I
put
made angry videos and the community frowned and said, well, hereby W Dritz the drag down.
No, Luffy is laugh tail. It makes the same amount of sense.
Yes! It's all just everything. Whatever, who cares? He's everything.
Thank you for the super chat.
Ah, and this is the type of that Triggered and Dritz are railing against. This unironic goddess bullshit and Goda.
Hold up, y'all. This dude is cooking? No, he not.
This man ordering out. He's door dashing.
G before Oda. Another possible foreshadow that I've thought about ever since I first saw it is Luffy's chest. X marks the spot on pirate maps and
No! What? No! No!
Oh my god! No.
him having the X shows us that he is in fact
Never mind, I take it back. Of letting them cook.
Dot is Luffy's chest. X marks the spot on pirate maps, and him having the X shows us that he is in fact the treasure of the One Piece. I thought
No, it doesn't showcase that at all! What does Zoro's one slash across his chest indicate? He's half the treasure?
Or his slash on his eye.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus! Carlo Alemo says, I sand it.
Okay, I got you. We'll get to it soon. Stop him from cooking. He ain't cooking. He's sniffing glue.
Get him out the kitchen.
Get him out the kitchen. Oh, if anybody's ever seen the menu, that dude in the kitchen, you know what I'm talking about.
All the way back to when I first watched Fishman Island, but thought it was kind of dumb back then because I didn't have much more evidence to go off of. Now let's talk about the vast treasure that's at Laugh Tale. Now that you've heard all that, you may say, well, that isn't a treasure. The One Piece is supposed to be an actual physical pirate treasure that's on the island itself. Oh, trust me, there is a vast treasure just like Odin said there was, and it's been foreshadowed in the single chapter of 302. When you hear what it is, you're gonna realize how perfect.
Our time is way over. I gotta hear it. You gotta hear it?
this all is. So this chapter is titled Finale. With this title, I believe it's supposed to foreshadow the finale of One Piece. Before I tell you what the treasure is, let me just tell you that this is the chapter where the Skypeans and Shandians finally make peace and both clans go under the name of one ruler, which is the Sky Knight Ganfall. I believe this foreshadows the end of One Piece because everyone will most likely become peaceful with one another and acknowledge one main ruler or liberator. This could be Luffy, I'm not quite sure yet.
You just chose chapter 302 at random and just went, this is the end of One Piece. It's not even like what some of these bums do, where it's just like 127, 1 is Ichi, 2 is Ni, 7 is Nana. If you take the first letter of each of these, they spell out Luffy's last name, and that means that this
Master
chapter
Jinx
is what
says,
Oda...
This is the dumbest thing I have heard in a very long time. How is that argument? Seriously, he treasures his hat and he is called Straw Hat, so is the treasure. What the heck is he smoking?
Dude, this is crazy mode. Crazy mode. You're not getting free channel points. But that's it. Eric, you piece of okay, so number one, this is one-sided. Homeboy blushes as a kid and then as a whatever adult. This is some 200-300 years in the past. We've seen nothing in the present that indicates any sort of romantic interest. Rukia definitely hasn't shown any sort of interest because we haven't seen that. So at most, you can say this is a one-sided interest. Where is Rukia's half of this? You see Renji blushing twice. Once when he was a child and he didn't even know her, and the other time was when he's basically showing her whole tit.
I can't.
Luffy will not only become king of the pirates, but he'll become king of the world. Absolutely. What's the problem? Treasure. This is the treasure.
Willy Wonka, the amazing chocolatier. Willy Wonka, dab.
Why do you know this?
I like that one song, the intro song.
Okay. We're gonna go to 10:08, and then the auction's gonna end. Where are we in time?
We've done an hour and a half. We can
start wrapping this up like a neat little present. Yeah, we probably got about 2 or 3 more.
Just get on out of here.
We got about
We've
2
all
or 3
had our
more.
fun. We're all a little bit richer, both spiritually and pocketily.
Oh, learning lessons win.
This is anime wins.
Yes.
For cinema, and it's not even cinema wins.
This is one of the many whatever. This is just another cinema wins channel. There's so many of them. What's the name? Josh Scorcher. He was a pony person.
Who was it?
It is a closed circle. We never left.
You never left. Hold on with this we stuff.
I think there's someone at the door.
That woman is so precious. We could do a win segment on her alone.
Legitimately, what was the win there?
She's precious.
I think that says
she's an old lady and she's precious.
That says 0.
Look at her. She's so precious as an old lady.
This is Willy Wonka. He gave us a ride home. You see that?
Voice of reason, still getting those zingers.
In that one silver hair, I saw reflected my life's work, my factory, my beloved Oompa Loompas. Who would watch over them after I was gone?
And that answers the question as to why he chose this particular time
Creative
to open the
username
factory.
Says, please make the theory a full revisited. Anko says,
no.
Josh Scorcher normally does top 10 lists. Didn't know he did win videos too.
You gotta do all sorts of things. Corey, absolutely not. Why would you even ask that?
Not.
You know what the answer is.
Absolutely not.
We gotta be forced to do that. And if you're talking about forcing us, we can absolutely rock that. But I am never gonna willingly put a theory video on this in screen. No. I'll walk out. If I walk in this room and this bastard goes, we're doing a theory video.
Yeah.
Willingly.
I would never.
I'm walking out.
Sebastian Sargent says, DA, my wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my stuff and write.
That's funny.
Press play.
And here we come to the biggest deviation from all...
VZ477 says, Not liking it cuz it wasn't foreshadowed is wild. They're better than Sasuke and Sakura.
Hey, we're not talking about what they're better than. We're talking about what
Please
is.
continue the video. Silverheart Soul says, "Oh, Lily hate this man. It's really sad and she's in the wrong despite what she says or thinks."
There you go. I didn't
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
Josh. Yeah, there's a big Josh and Lily thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, big beef. A lot of people do not like Lily.
I
For some reason, I don't know. She seems very likable. Please don't ist us.
The one Luffy. Okay, them being better than Sasuke and Sakura, you're talking about a 1 to a 0. Okay, it's better, but is it even noteworthy?
Every 1 million says, "I am Sebastian wife. He spent all our moon points that we were keeping on our kids' university. Please time him."
You got it,
Lord Smart
Million.
says, "Sasuke and Sakura are great right now."
Right now, there are things happening. Yeah. Who wanted to get timed?
Sebastian.
Sebastian needs to get timed. You got it.
Yeah, doing things later to help the relationship doesn't help the fact that it wasn't established.
Yeah.
The relationship wasn't established. You could be like, they're so great together now, but the fact that they weren't great together getting together is the issue.
Expectations. Wonka denying Charlie's family. I mean, given what we've learned from his past, all that misanthropy building up from an early age, it certainly makes sense that his character would do this. He left his father and became a giant success, and every adult who's worked with him has disappointed him. Of course he wouldn't see—
Is this just an analysis now?
I don't know what this is. Why not just do a review?
This is wrong. It's a sad change, but it's a realistic way to go, and it was given the stamp of approval from Felicity Doll, so yeah.
That was a rare 2 wins. Ding, ding, boy.
Then I'm not going.
I like how Charlie was able to give Wonka the benefit of the doubt with every other bizarre, kinda sketchy thing he did all day, but denying him his family was crossing the line. Really shows that he holds his loved ones in the highest regard.
Yes, we've seen that. We've seen that. It's an established thing. There's no reason why we would believe that Charlie at the nth hour would just go, all right, my family.
Yeah, it's time to get him out of here.
Family man win.
Not for all the chocolate in the world.
There's other candy too besides chocolate.
Charlie's face, like, really?
Oh, there's Fluttershy.
Oh, there's Fluttershy. I don't like that.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally or professionally.
Oh, it's time to end the auction. Oh, we're gonna have to X this video.
What?
Copyright.
Oh boy.
Yep. We're gonna have to X the video. Who was it that Carlo? I'm gonna have to give you some points back.
We don't get copyright much.
Yeah.
But it happens.
It happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you some of your points back. Which means in the auction, start the next auction. E.g., we have done Plague of Gripes. We did it very recently in this, and by recently I mean we did some of it right here in this stream.
But it's a video that we mostly agree with.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about that.
Trying to see.
We normally do videos that we don't agree with.
Yeah.
Unless it's forced upon us, in which case we'll do it, and we have no choice.
Who won the auction? Auction. Persona, you cannot win again. You've already done 2. I'll refund your points at some point. Just remind me later. Who was it that bid the second highest? I think it was Meme. Meme, I'm gonna take your points. Just tell me the video. Eventually that thing's gonna go away.
Yeah, I'm wondering why that one got hit. We've done movie stuff straight up.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't really talk. And that was just a lot of talking.
Yeah, even though we sped it up, there was still a lot of talking.
All right. What meme got for us?
Why I Hate Yakuza Like a Dragon at 18 minutes. There may be spoilers in this, y'all, so just know.
And see, that's the problem. I want to watch these videos, but I don't want to get spoiled on past Yakuza stuff.
I don't know if you can at 18 minutes in.
No, I'm talking about videos like this.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
If they talk about, Majima wouldn't do this because in Yakuza 6, bam! Now you just get stabbed with it.
Understandable. All right, cool. They took it away, so we're good. Yeah, that was very weird.
Own terms. Hell, why is it a game over when Ichiban gets knocked out anyway? Zhao.
Because it's his story.
This is so much the Persona argument.
He's the main character. He sees himself as the main character.
If the hero dies, the story ends.
That's how Ichiban sees himself.
And Jungi could deal with the entire plot as a duo, no problem. Who the hell needs Ichiban to be awake? Just, what is the point of it? In Dragon Quest, you're the chosen one, but your party isn't idiots, so they could raise you. In Persona, you're the fool, so being needed makes sense. But
no,
Ichiban,
see, you are excusing it in this one for literally no reason but the story.
He's the fool. What does that mean for Persona? Individual who I forget the name of.
It's no different here. He sees it as he's the hero of this story. The way these people fight, the way they transform, is all in Ichiban's mind.
And the team aren't total morons. Usually. SMT, it makes sense because you're dealing with demons. In Yakuza, you're one fucking loser who has a dream of being a hero. I could go on.
It's all of his delusions. He is a loser. Him denigrating him for the fact that he's a loser is not refuting the fact that why does the story end when he dies? You think that that's stupid. That's absolutely fine that you think that that's stupid. But give a reason why you shouldn't believe that. You're just going, yeah, in Persona this happens because he's the fool. What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. He's the #1 most hero dude, right? And the same thing with this. I see nothing wrong with the story ending when when the game over when Ichiban falls.
But I'm going to end this section on my own terms too. Let's move on to how they ruin the story and characters, along with literal plot holes. Ichiban is the opposite of Kiryu in every way, and not in a good way. He's actually...
He's not the opposite in every way because he's also... Both of them are insanely loyal to the people that they like. It's not in every single way.
20 minutes and this is going to end at 20.
Similar in a few ways, though. An orphan...
Well, so that's not every way then, is it? Go back and get that full sentence.
Why?
You in every way.
Gotta go back.
Meme Spice says, I might go over the vid to see if there are spoilers to past games.
I mean, at this point, we're already in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna suggest this video to BG until I actually finish up the other videos. But this is gonna be a minute. I doubt this is gonna be like, somebody dies and Kiryu is very sad. Unless they do that, in which case it'd be very sad.
Along with literal plot holes. Ichiban is the opposite of Kiryu in every way, and not in a good way. He's actually similar in a few ways, though.
Pause. Ichiban is the opposite of Kiryu in every way.
And not in a good way.
And not in a good way. He's also got some similarities, too. No. So, he's not. So you're being extraordinarily hyperbolic for no reason.
Finn, rash, not the brightest, and loyal to a fault. But then Ichiban has to go and ruin it all. Ichiban is portrayed as a loud, outright moron. The few times he has an actual intelligent thought in his head can be counted on the one hand. All the other ideas are him being an idiot or completely rash.
Pause. What's wrong with a character being stupid? What did he do in the story that his stupidity impacted something in a negative way?
Enough of a negative way that it would be a huge detriment.
He follows his heart. He goes, this is the right thing to do. This is the right place to be, and I'm going to be there.
Isaiah, Yakuza 7 is the
It's so good.
It is the
Kiryu could let his emotions overcome him. Ichiban runs only off of his emotion and ends up causing more trouble than anything. No matter how many times he's told to
stop,
he keeps going. He all but never is punished for his rash behavior, and is often justified in it. Some of his actions do lead to the absolute ruining of everything, but the main weight of that isn't his. Oh, and...
what are you talking about?
Legitimately!
What are you talking about? He never faces any and it impacts and blah, blah, blah. but there's no example given.
Apparently he's too deaf to hear a single word about how the great Arakawa betrayed the Tojo clan, but was able to learn what thirsty means while in prison. Events that I'm sure all of Japan would know happened did not make their way to him, but thirsty...
Pause! No, that's not necessarily that it didn't make his way to him. He just doesn't want to believe it because he's just like, no, this is the dude that saved my life. That sacrificed his fingers, which is a huge sign of weakness in the Yakuza, for somebody he didn't know. So you're insulting him. You're insulting everything that I am. So that's why he did it. Cannot find the clip where he...
I'm sorry, I gotta close the auction. That's I understand.
Yep.
Can I find the clip where he says it? If I remember correctly, it was at the brothel the gang hold up in, and dealing with Bleach Japan when he does. 300 gigs of footage is a lot.
Don't make the point if you can't back up the point. Because now you're just saying he does this thing. This isn't a point without evidence. How did you make
so
this
you remembered
video?
It. He remembered it. He didn't remember to write it down. He didn't remember to write it down when it happened. He just remembered, oh wait, that's a stupid thing that happened, and I remember him saying that.
Corey, if you're trying to get time, just say please time me.
Maybe he just
we fulfilled our contract.
Maybe he just hates everything that they changed about Yakuza. Just say that.
But no, he's mentioning story things.
Yeah.
He's mentioning things like I'm not kidding you. Ichiban does not face consequences for his actions, and then he gives no examples. I can understand just like I don't like turn based.
Meme Spice says, "Got to love he used a scene of Ichiban beating a guy up saying he goes in hot-headed when we know why he is doing that in that scene."
Legitimately, we know why he's in this situation. The insane loyalty of it.
I opened up the auction. It is going to be the last video of the stream.
We woo.
So we're gonna do this. We're gonna continue Corey's video, and then we're gonna do
continue Corey's video.
He won.
What?
Oh yeah, he won.
Jesus Christ! Yeah. I thought he was just asking for it.
No.
Man, fish.
No, you won. You legitimately won.
What's wrong with you?
He won, dude. You thought I was just giving him that for free?
No, he said continue my video. I thought he was just being a little petulant baby. He's like, finish my video. I was like, no, the contract has been fulfilled.
And as far as I can tell, thirsty only came around as the term it is today while Ichiban was in jail. So his loyalty ends pretty quickly, I guess. Nanba is the biggest...
What he's talking about.
I guess he's not as loyal as the audience is supposed to perceive him if he doesn't hear about the outside news about that. But
villain in the franchise, and I hate him. He single-handedly caused the most death, the most pain, the most problems in one action. Him going to Bleach Japan destroyed the Great Wall of Muscle. Let the Omi Alliance invade, put the hundreds, if not thousands, of Korean citizens in Geomejo in mortal peril, not to mention all other citizens being put in danger from the invasion, and basically put the entire rest of the plot into motion.
I don't remember why he did that.
He was looking for his sister, I believe, and he could have got information by doing this.
I don't remember the situation, so I can't argue against this.
A fucking asshole. The only reason I continue to use him is that, sadly, he feels like one of the best party members. I would have completely ignored him out of spite.
Then do it. Don't use one of the best party members if you're so antithetical to what you believe he is. Because there have been many times where people are like, oh, this is the best party member. I don't like him, so I don't use him. I like other characters more in Persona 5, but this is the best part. That means 0 to me.
The rest of the game. Permanently delete him from the party, from the game. Kiryu has met and dealt with a lot of fucked up shit. None of that, perpetrated by the actual villains of his games, comes close to what Nanba himself ends up causing. Adachi is a great party member.
We're done.
And he just mentioned that one action that he took.
Yeah.
Not even really explaining the action or the circumstances behind it. Just that.
So I was gathering.
Christ with this. And hate him. You better hope I forget to punch you next time I see you. You better hope.
Oh, you mean on his birthday when you're supposed to literally punch him?
Says, well, I'm not getting a vid this time, thanks to the 1% of Moonpoint holds. Damn 1% ruining everything.
1%ers ruining everything!
To how this Luffy, there's a giant. Remember, if Luffy himself is the One Piece, then how would the treasure symbolize this? What if at Laugh Tale there's a giant bronze statue of Luffy? Don't believe me? Well, then.
Why would there be? What's the humor in that for somebody like a Rayleigh? For Moon Isaac Jr.?
How come in this chapter title finale, Luffy says he wants a gigantic bronze statue? Yes, this gigantic bronze statue might be the One Piece treasure. If Luffy is the One Piece, then the treasure that he'll find is probably a bronze statue replicating him. I believe it'll probably be a funny looking gigantic statue of a monkey with a straw hat, or
made by whom?
Holmes was there to craft this masterwork.
A time traveler, of course.
Why are we back here, Naki? Because Corey won again, and he said continue the video. At 38:40, we're going to end the bidding.
basically Luffy. I also think it could be a monkey, because in Skypiea we see that the golden bell has something that depicts a monkey with a straw hat on it. If the prophecies made by the Ancient Kingdom are true, then they probably saw a monkey with a straw hat as the return of Joy Boy, who will save the world. Notice how earlier in the same chapter we also see Shandians talk to the statue of Kalgerda. This is most likely a direct parallel with what finding the One Piece will be. Notice how the Shandians say to Kalgerda,
I hate this so much.
Oh, dude, this is really...
I despise this.
that the sacred duty of the Shandians has been fulfilled. They then say that Kalgerda's wish has officially reached his friend. They don't have to make future generations shed blood from now on. They lastly swear to never let the life Shandora be extinguished. This is a direct parallel with finding the One Piece, because once they see the statue and read the true history of the world, they will then fulfill the sacred duty of Joy Boy. There will probably even be a statue of the original Joy Boy standing next to the statue of Luffy. The Straw Hats and Luffy will have a...
Don't say there probably will be something! With no evidence, there's probably gonna be Joy Boy there as well. What's basis on that? Nothing, but there's gonna be a monkey because there was a monkey on the bell.
accomplished or will be accomplishing the wish of Joy Boy. When they see the statue of a monkey named Luffy and the original Joy Boy, they will never again let the light of the Ancient Kingdom be extinguished by defeating the world government and by defeating the Celestial Dragons. Another time we see a statue is at the very end of the same chapter.
What you talking about? Where we're seeing statues and trying to correlate that to the end of One Piece? Look, there's a statue here!
Can you not rip my sheets
No!
off?
He's ripping my heart apart! We're just talking about statues! No!
Moon Spice says, Moon Isaac made the statue.
It was him!
Finale. For some reason, we see the Var statue at the very end. Remember this statue and what it looks like because it's very important to a certain point I'll be making very soon. There's more foreshadowing of a giant statue being the One Piece treasure itself, like in the next chapter when Luffy says it once again. I believe he also says it in Water 7 and of course in Dressrosa. When Luffy first sees the Cairo statue, he notices it and says how it's practically a naked statue of an old warrior. Maybe the statues at the One Piece will also be practically naked, which will be...
Is it gonna be a monkey? Is it gonna be a Luffy? Is it gonna be a naked dude? What are we doing?
Dude, you can't just like, he's saying a statue, so I don't know, probably gonna be a naked one because all the statues have to mean something in One Piece. It can't just be a statue, a thing that just exists. No, it has to all be planned out. Every single statue means something to the world of One Piece. It's all just a big hint. So when they finally get to One Piece, we're all gonna be like, oh, it is a half-naked monkey, like in Kiros. Oh yeah, he did say that. It's bronze, like he said he wanted. Oh, it's all coming together. Gold up, gold up.
He did get a statue in Dressrosa, yes, million. We are at our time, so I don't even want to
press play.
Funny, we later see Rebecca telling Luffy how the man of the statue is a mystery and that nobody remembers him. Maybe the statues at the One Piece were also a mystery for Roger and his crew because no one knows who Joy Boy was or will be. He was erased from history just like Kairos. The biggest hint of the One Piece treasure being a statue of Luffy would be that it's in the logo. Could you imagine if the statue that the ancients...
He didn't make the logo. I'm not watching any more of this. He didn't make the logo. So I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want to do. You can take that away.
Unbelievable.
Triton Amoris says, I'm streaming new Super Mario Brothers Wii https://youtube.be/8usemehsxjig. Come watch.
No. We cannot... Oh, he's streaming Super New Mario Brothers. Okay. I thought it was a video. Yeah, he could do that. In that message. Carlo, we cannot continue your video because it was copyrighted. And it would take the stream down.
And that would be bad.
And that
for
would not
some
be good.
reason.
So we may need to go to... If you have another video...
Isn't that Carlo's third?
Oh, yeah, that would be your third. Well, I wanted to give them a chance because the second one got cut off.
You said they get their points back.
Oh, yeah. They
Carlo
do. All right,
Alemo
so,
says,
yeah.
Continue my fist video.
We're not... first video, which was the Danganronpa one.
Yeah, like I said, Carlo, this
yeah, you got in two. I'm just going to refund the points, unfortunately. And we'll move on to... And I understand, it sucks because you're second video. But we are trying to be fair here. So who was it? Hi. What's your video? I understand. It's unfortunate. It sucks.
We'll do that, and we'll also do highs. We'll finish up. We'll do a
little bit
Carlos
more. Yeah,
first
and we'll
one, and then we'll do.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
But just know for the next whatever stream we're doing, we gotta lay out the rules in the beginning. All the rules. Two per. You give us money, you'll get a little something. The minutes thing, we'll lay them all out in the beginning next time.
Yeah,
we're not good.
We're not good YouTubers. Someday people are gonna realize this.
But hi, Zydonics, you still get yours.
Yes.
So put that in the thingy, and then we'll do that. We'll finish up the thingies. We'll do our homework. We'll get out. We'll shove off in our own way.
Basic laws of physics and simple, easy logic break the rule that only that happens in the story if you're trying to center a killing game around these ultra important rules while simultaneously shouting them into oblivion in the first chapter of the game. Then there's the ending. The ending that left me with no words, and yet I had.
Oh, spoilers for the ending again. We woo. Spoilers for the ending again, you guys.
Much to say. The ending that rendered every substantive event and character arc that happened prior to this point entirely meaningless. I need you to understand how bad this is. Danganronpa 3 destroyed this world. It blatantly assassinated multiple characters, told the most outlandish...
Well, Naki, we figured, bid points get video, but we didn't understand that people would be hoarding them so they could do 13 videos. We didn't understand that people would truly rather spend money than use their channel points.
We'll be better next time. That's why I said we're going to do the rules in the beginning so everybody knows what's up. We might even just put them off to the side for the rules or something. We'll do it. We'll be better. Everybody's going to get a chance. Everybody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to suffer.
And contradictory story yet, made no attempt to resolve the overarching storyline of the series, and left the world in a state that made you wonder what the point of anything even was. There was nothing left to break. The universe of Danganronpa had already been destroyed, and yet, Spike Chunsoft still managed to find a way to destroy it even further by recontextualizing the events of the series prior to V3 as nothing more than a TV show put on for the entertainment of the world.
And it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. But the end of Danganronpa 2 recontextualized the entire Danganronpa 2. So is that fine? Or what? What are we doing? When it's fine to recontextualize stuff? What's wrong with recontextualizing it as a big TV show? The thing still happened. That's what the biggest thing that people don't realize. Yes, they're put into this situation, but everything that happened. Was there a big worldwide war that destroyed everything? No, not necessarily. But these characters still acted within their own best interests. That still happened.
None of those stories ever actually happened. Makoto, Hajime, and Kamaru didn't do anything to save the world. There was no world to save. It was all fake. Any moment of...
Yeah, it's such an interesting ending. To where, hey, Danganronpa is so beloved that everyone just loves to... They would rather end their lives, potentially, to be part of it. It's such a fascinating thing. And you can sculpt it any way you want. You can go through all the other V's. You can do anything with the story.
Significant growth and development for the characters was all made pointless by denouncing it all as nothing more than fiction. Even if the cast...
happened. It was always fiction.
It was always fiction. Even in Danganronpa 2 is fiction because those aren't the personalities of those characters because they're part of the despair.
Of characters for this game was the best in the series, which they're most definitely not. It wouldn't matter at all. Nothing can transcend this level of universal decimation. There is no defending this. It took the events of a 7-year-long series and threw them all out the window without a care in the world in favor of pulling the rug out from under the audience. It made me never want to touch the series again because for as much as I still enjoy the first 2 games overall, why would I have any reason to care about them anymore when I know full well it's all fake and nothing they're doing in that universe ever actually mattered?
It didn't matter. It mattered to the characters.
And it matters to you if you enjoy it.
Yes.
This whole, it needs stakes, it needs to do, I don't care. I enjoy my time with it. I enjoy the story that was crafted. Let them cook. Get them out of here. Let them cook. And Zai.
Can you end video so I can go to sleep? You can go to sleep right now, Million. Go. You ain't gotta be here. Nobody has to be here. Chill.
The auction part where y'all would submit videos is now open for actual questions.
Oceanus.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh, that turn is delicious.
As one of the major online buzzwords, I'm sure
Hyzaldonix knows I have a problem with the world building of My Hero, and that's why this was chosen at this particular moment. And I don't.
And it's super funny because I wonder if he still feels this way now.
Yeah, really. We need an update.
Oh, I don't know why it went to the direct message for you.
I've heard the term world building before, probably in combination with One Piece. But what does it mean? Well, what it doesn't mean is a purely map-like description of the world of the story. World building isn't just here mountain, here river, here evil empire. While this sort of location establishment is absolutely a part of it, there's a lot more to it than that. World building refers to the creation and maintenance...
Meme Spice says, he has turned into a Monster Hunter channel kinda.
You are defining it yourself of what world building is. So this is not what world building is. It is what you see it as. Now, when I look up and actually read it or listen to you read it, maybe I'll agree that it is world building. But this is purely from your own mind.
Of a spatial, societal, and temporal context within which the story takes place in. So, essentially, it's the setting and backdrop for the plot and narrative. And there seems to be this misconception that if a story takes place in our world, it automatically has bad world building because it cannot build new and interesting locations.
Who's saying that?
These people engage with like the worst of whatever fandom they're part of. Because you just thinking, oh, it's in New York, so it can't have interesting world building, is the goofiest stuff. Marvel has world building. There's subterranean species in Marvel. In New York!
You can do things. It doesn't, even if you do it in our world, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly our world. There can be differences.
It's also said about MHA quite often. And this is nonsense. Yes, the spatial world building might not be as important in it as it might be in something like One Piece, but there still is a lot of work done in the more societal aspects of it. MHA doesn't just plop superpowers into today's world and roll with it. There are tangible and realistic consequences and effects of such a major change in society.
Which would happen in our world! So it technically does just kind of plop it in. Just like if you were to plop guns into our world, there would now be laws and restrictions and blah, blah, blah.
So you say that there's laws and restrictions and stuff. What's stopping a guy who can shoot lasers from their hands from going into a building and just spinning and shooting lasers and killing everybody?
I mean, isn't this superhero comics in general? Consequences, people questioning if the hero should even exist, or if they should be reined in, actual places, regulations, actual government sanctioned teams of superheroes.
Protests and philosophical problems humanity found themselves in after the emergence of quirks.
Like Best v Soups, was this a horrible movie?
Different interpretations on how that
And go
emergence
back. We don't see this. Laws became meaningless. What?
Cotton Candy Hope Chan is a bum says. Like how no one's been racist for 300 chapters and now it's race war time.
Absolutely.
Societal progress halted? What? When? What was this?
This was such shorthand. This is after the Endeavor thing.
This happened.
Yeah.
That's all this is saying.
That's exactly what
This
happened.
isn't real world building.
problems humanity found themselves in after the emergence of quirks.
Or this is vigilantes.
Or
different interpretations on how that emergence happened. Zealous ideological groups, or even just quirk counseling programs for preschoolers. These are all indications and logical elaborations.
Where's the preschooler thing?
Dude, it must be vigilantes. And if that's the case, that's ridiculous. I can't believe that wasn't shown in the actual thing. Because we have questioned that many of times. I guess I'm going to have to read vigilantes.
The concept of superpowers appearing. Horikoshi very clearly invested a lot of time to make sure that there are realistic after effects of such a massive shift in the world.
No, he simply said that there was, and now everything is fine, except for it's not because there's racism.
What's the difference of reading it here and reading it in like a SBS or after chapter thing of, here's the history, here's a page of just text on the screen, here's the history of what happens when quirks first were realized.
Because it's just saying that there was societal uproar and stuff like that. And that was better. How did they get over it? How did it begin? Was there governments against it? Were the governments for it? Don't just say that it was and we're moving on now.
Says, I don't get how he really does get it. This is just the game doing what that guy that says, you know it's fake, right?
You know it's fake.
His cast didn't dead, but V3's cast did.
Yeah.
People lived.
It's so much like wrestling. Like, you know this is fake, right? I don't care. I want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin thunder somebody.
It's still a story that's going on. Doesn't matter if there's strings being pulled behind it.
But this is too much in the background for you. How about the Stain arc and the influence of All Might's disappearance? The involuntary discrimination against seemingly villainous quirks like Shinso's brainwashing. The natural unfairness...
No, but what about the All Might thing and his disappearance? What about it? Don't just say that it's there.
Crime went up a bit. That's happened in superhero comics.
Yeah, that's going to absolutely happen when the best hero is going to be gone. Yes, that dude, when you look at him, you're going to be like, yeah, you do kind of have a villainous quirk. Absolutely.
You mind control people.
Yes.
That's more suited to a villain.
I would be like, yes, that is a very villainous, especially with your appearance like that. I'm like, yes, that's not a discrimination. That is just sort of a taking acknowledge of it. You're like, yeah, that is kind of villainous. Just like if somebody was like, you have a villainous appearance. Is it kind of discrimination? Yeah, but it's also just kind of notating appearances.
And the resulting issues people face while living with them. This is all part of world building because it establishes a dynamic and complex setting in which a story can take place and the various narrative beats of the story can echo through. And while some of it is a bit hidden, I consider MHA's world building to be incredibly strong, precisely because it doesn't just focus on locations and places, but rather opts to properly examine the societal and personal consequences of something as fantastical as superpowers.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't explore it good enough.
We don't see like baby Mina gooing through her diapers and then them having to find some sort of goo acid-proof diaper.
Yeah.
Like how do you tailor something for 6-armed people?
Yeah. Is there a store is there just a quirk store just like, we've had goo people before, so let's make sure it has to be like custom made, like,
and at that point,
on order.
You buying a shirt, that's a $60 shirt because you're gonna goo through it.
All right, we did a 2.5. That's about wrapping it up. You're gonna go through it. Let's finish up our debt picks. Let's finish up our other homework. Let's get to the questions and let's shove the off. So I was on
that video is going on the list.
So this was my number 5.
That's
the
so
updated.
Good. Yep.
Ing love it. It got the extra touch once it was the feet in the jar. That's when we got the extra touch.
I just hate that you have more numbers to go through. It's trash. Bubble Man is my favorite OC of debts. And this is just more Bubble Man. I like Bubble Man quite a lot.
There you go. That's because I made sure to, in case
Hi
there were
Zaldonix
doubles.
says, it would be terrifying for me. I'm 5 years old and I wake up with corns and pink skin.
Yeah. And now you're just different. And now everything about you changes. Now this dude is just chilling and now he just got a tail. Now he got to cut a hole in all of his drawers and his pants and stuff like that. Now he got to sleep differently. Or Rocker's just like, well, I guess I just got to wear gloves to sleep.
Number 4.
And, Shigaraki can't jerk off without disintegrating his penis. I don't understand how he wears gloves.
So number 4 or 5 of mine, number 4 was the Leo Trusted Sword. I'm not Trusted Swords, but the Leo I Got the Juice.
Alfonso
So instead
Rodriguez
we go to
says,
this one.
My favorite dead drawing is the Black Adam DA face.
It's so good.
Oh,
it's coming.
It's coming.
But yeah, he drew the Mad Monk Mademoiselle, Mad Monk Amande, the Mad Mademoiselle Amande, and I was just like, yeah, of course. Make no mistake, this is extraordinarily difficult. This was a laborious task, and I feel bad that so many of them were cut. But you get some more, so that's not fair. I'm just saying, whatever.
My number 3, he's just standing there menacingly.
I had to cut, because it would have been the sandwich one.
Oh, it was there too.
That would have been my Ahashira Man thing. This one, I think I had Carrot Knight as one of my top 10 last year as well. But I just like the design of the Carrot Knight. And then the little radish horse
struggling to run. Yeah, there was a time where we both said, we gotta up the number here. And both of us at some point went, no, there is no upping of the number.
The Black Adam face is going to be very difficult to top. This is going to be my icon for a very long time.
Pedo Light makes me laugh so hard.
What was one of the ones that I was laughing at so hard that I had to cut? And I was pissed about it. Mark sitting on the fence.
Yes.
I had to cut that. In my humble opinion, both sides are valid.
I think you just...
How? How did I?
It had to be you, dude.
How? What did I do?
Yo.
What did I do?
I legitimately don't know.
So it wasn't me.
It had to have been. Did you hit something on your
Nobody's
phone?
listening
No,
to you.
I looked at this.
It's a smart cam, dude. You're using a smart
Look at
cam.
this.
I don't know.
What is this? Netflix?
No, I don't know what it is.
I did that. What am I casting?
You did that.
I did like this.
Yup. And somehow it did that.
Don't blame me for your jank TV janking out.
Yeah, okay. Pedo Light hilarious.
But yeah, it was in my humble opinion, both sides are valid. I laughed at that for so long. The actual Canadian girlfriend.
I had to cut it, and I was so mad I had to cut that.
Consent Man laughed. It was
Consent
also...
Man pissed me off. I had to cut it. That's what I was like, we gotta up it.
And Popo just going, the gun's already there, with the gun in his mouth shrugging. It was, all of them made me laugh so hard, and I was pissed that they had to be cut.
And my number 1 is
Everyone
my
million
Paul.
says, it's da face when kindergarten is closed because of.
You messed it up because of, and then you add quarantine. We'll never know the end of that joke.
Yeah, this is literally my favorite image ever. Like, I love it.
The Big Mom and Kaido switching fruits is so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow that up for you.
I love this. The Candy Dragon is f***ing amazing. Kaido putting his souls into scraps of items and then them still being animal themed is so good. I love the swap of the devil fruits so much. This is big number one.
There you go. We got some homework, which is...
Sir, we caught the Dark King. That one, unfortunately, was in 2021, though. But that is top of the top.
That was such a good one.
I was going through this. It was hard to cut them.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm just like, there's the side of just, I like this design of the stuff that he just do for like the seed timber stuff. And then there's the super funny that he does. And then I'll just look at him and I'll just go, I'll remember the joke and then it'll just make me laugh even more.
All right, so homework is our...
DA squaring up.
Yeah, I had to cut
There's so many that I had to cut.
I had to cut Carrot in the time machine. I had to cut
Drit's piece where he kicks off Big Mom's head.
The dings choking us. I had to cut
the classic tap.
Appropriate bullying.
Eric and Corey puppets. There was so much.
SpongeBob water breather.
It stinks.
Nux themes beam. Dude, it was disgusting. And Judge going, getting the parental love cake.
The clap with the foot was my hard cut for the Drit's Judge.
It sucked.
Yeah, Kaido info card is number one potentially of all time.
Yeah, that's legitimately one of the greatest things ever. So this is the final of our
Don't you normally go to the screen of that scrolling pictures for the end?
No, because I go through the memes of the Discord, and we're gonna do that after we do our homework. This is the final one of our JoJo's 10 through 1s. Number 10, Beetle Fight.
Number 10, Yasuho as a character. I love her. That was the only character in all of JoJo where I went, if she dies, I'm done with this entire manga forever. Seriously, though.
Number 9, Jashu mini arc. I love that mini arc.
It's so good. Number 9, Paisley Park. I think that is a fantastic stand. I love the design and I love everything about it.
Number 8, the Daya fight.
Number 8, him in the Blue Hawaii fight where the baby comes through. He just goes, mother... And then the next shot is him walking as a zombie because he couldn't hurt the baby. That says so much about his character, and it's my favorite part 8 Josuke part moment. I love that where he just goes, mother, and he couldn't do it.
Number 7, the panel with Gappy split eyes. I love the way that looks.
I got number 7, just Nut King Call and Joshu. I love them both. He's a big dumb nerd. I love Nut King Cole.
And he's a horrible person.
He's a horrible person, and he does not become better.
Number 6, the idea of Calamity as a stand. I like the idea of Calamity. It ties very much into the fate thing and gives it an ethereal type of presence. And the way they use it is effective.
Number 6, the concept of go beyond. I like it as a concept. I think that it establishes, it leads a little bit more back into the spin and everything. It's just the fact of a last minute, it's actually a kind of different thing, you see.
Yeah. Number 5, the fruit.
Number 5, the fate of Johnny. I thought it was just sort of like he just got his head mushed after he did a really good thing for his family.
Number 4, I do not like how everything turned out fine for everybody.
Number 4, I don't like how everything turned out fine for everybody except for Josh, who still had the little baby arm.
Oh yeah, baby arm was also there too.
It's literally number 4 is just baby arm.
Number 3, rock humans. I don't like the concept.
Number 3, the family not doing much outside of their introduction arc. I love them all. I think that they're great, especially when we see them
Daya was so
arguing
smart
and stuff like that. And it's just walking hard, and she's got the little nails walking up the wall. I think that's one of the best panels in JoJo where she's just walking up the walls completely horizontally. I'm like, that's fantastic. But they don't really do anything, which is disappointing for me.
Number 2, Final Villa.
Number 2, they don't kiss. I'm not a
romance.
Oh my
God!
I'm not a romance guy. Gimme. I earned it. We deserved it. It didn't happen.
Number 1, the final arc /fight.
Number 1, the final arc /fight.
The ending of part 8 is horrible, y'all.
It's not great. There's problems.
And it brings it down so hard.
It drags for so long, and then it just sort of foot on the pedal. Yeah, he's dead. There's a lot to talk about with that, but I would need
Every
to do a
1
full
million
reread.
says, what's worse, GER defeating Diavolo or Go Beyond defeating Wonder of You? I think part 8. Silver Heart Soul says, also come on guys, do one Lily vid. I'm like 55% sure she won't even talk about y'all. I really think she is narcissistic enough to look for any mention of her name, but do one she can't hurt you.
I'm 55% sure.
Like I said, I don't want to get labeled as something. Force us to.
Victory Greymon, look for manga for life.
For life.
Sometimes it's just called manga life. That's what you're going to want to look for.
No spoilers, you're in the middle of part 7. Have you gotten to Sugar Mountain? Because Sugar Mountain is my favorite arc in part 7.
Sugar Mountain was good.
Sugar Mountain is real good, y'all. It's real good.
We're
Race Wars.
We're doing questions while we do this, while we go through the memes. Where's a question?
It could be in a question.
Favorite cases? Nah, because I saw a bunch over here. Favorite cases from Ace Attorney games and favorite characters. Can you please write that down for me? Have you seen Arcane? And if you have, what did you think about it? We haven't seen Arcane. People have said you don't need to watch League of Legends for. People have said you don't need to watch League of Legends for it, but or play League of Legends for it, but I kind of want to get a little information before I go into it, because there are a couple things I hear that need to
inform.
Yeah. Appropriate bullying will always be forever.
There's so many cuts. Hey now, that's not funny. That's hurtful.
Disagree.
We're not laughing here. Nobody's having a good time.
Yes, the first 2 episodes of Velma are out, and they are horrible. We watched it together in the Discord with everybody. It was about 15 people just watching Velma. It was horrible.
It was really bad. It is not worth a hate watch, and if you do hate watch it, please torrent it, because I'm sick of seeing it's the #1 blah. No, it's undeserved.
I want to start Persona 3. What is the best social link? And should I play boy or girl?
Girl is always the best. She's fantastic.
That's only because you like one of the social links.
DA, give me a rant about why you love evil Iruma.
It wouldn't be a rant. It'd be a reverse rant. Short answer is that he's the coolest mother that there is. He's in a... That's me with the
Onso Rodriguez
the
says,
big feet.
DA, name 5 things that you like about the 3rd Hokage.
Okay. But yeah, he's just the coolest dude. He's very confident. Hey yo, my leg is cold. Sit on my leg. It's the hypest. It's just what Iruma would be if he just sort of went into it. It's in there. He just gotta let it out. And it's the I'm super confident. I'm not malicious at all, but I'm driven to the point where I'm going to just do whatever I need to do. It's the coldest, he the coldest muff in there.
Because of all of this, One Piece's ending has to be there.
What was the other one? 5 things that I like about the Hokage. I like his battle outfit. I like his big staff that turns into a monkey.
You need to write it down, bud. You need to write it down for the future, bruh.
Hi Zaldonix says, I suggest Necrit for the history of Runeterra if you want Arcane.
Okay. Okay, for real, 2 more things before I leave. BG, when we were talking about Halloween, we are doing our Call Us Out for Our Opinion stream very soon. Probably sometime next week. Next month. That would be the perfect time to do it. Because there is no real, you got 2 minutes to explain your We just say some until we get done saying this, and then we move on to something else.
I've seen it.
You seen Halloween Ends?
Yep.
Yes! What did you think about it?
I have thoughts about it.
Yes! Good or bad thoughts? Neutral thoughts? Neutral thoughts?
I like how
neutral thoughts
when the
like
Hokages were reborn and the second was flexing on Sasuke, about to kill him, because make no mistake, the second was about to kill Sasuke. The third Hokage did nothing because he knew he couldn't do anything. I'm up to 3.
DBZ Abridged. DBZ Abridged is very good for people that have already watched Dragon Ball. And it's a funny series. I feel like towards the end, they got too into... We feel like a replacement for Dragon Ball as opposed to a parody of Dragon Ball. Especially with that Cell fight, they got the music, cover. It feels very epic as opposed to very goofy.
Yeah, they seem to be more like... it seemed to be more like we're telling a story with jokes instead of just we're letting the jokes tell the story.
Yes.
I like that he went back into the position of Hokage after the 4th died, instead of just going, nah, I can't do that. And he continued to be there, even though he was past his prime and everything. I got one more. Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's not an Aqua story. I'm here for Aqua, absolutely, but I'm not gonna get as much Aqua as I'm gonna get Sora. That's my point. Jesus, I need one more.
Before y'all go, has anybody read Mission Yozakura Family, and what are your thoughts on it? Have not read it, but it sounds quasi-familiar. Family. Yozakura Family.
I'm gonna get one.
Oh my god, dude, let it go. Oh, Yozakura. Yozakura Family. Japanese. Oh, it's you know what? It's on my list of things to read because it came out quite recently. I have a big old list of things to read, and that is part of it. Whenever I do get into it, I'll let you know. I'll let you know my thoughts on it.
The guy who voiced the third Hokage in the dub also voiced Dio's father, and I thought he did a really good job with that.
Okay.
That is 5 things that I like about the Hokage.
That's technically the voice actor of the Hokage and not the Hokage himself, but you do you.
I won't let that injustice stand.
Okay. You hugging Sora's shoe. Big old feet.
Because yes, the big feet need to stay there.
My Hero Academia 377 opinion. I'm not caught up. The last one sounded like bullshit though, so what are you gonna do? Oops, all redacted. I love the prayer hands for dear. As viewer request month 3, y'all. All redacted. So the new series with Velma, did you like it? No, it was horrible. Absolutely freaking horrible. Do you think
I like the fact that even though he wasn't doing anything to foster Naruto, he was still keeping an eye on him and was worried enough that the people were going to kill him.
Worried enough. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Oda is rushing the series? I heard some people say that. No, I don't think he's rushing the series. If anything, the series was too slow in Wano near the end, so he can get to a certain point with a certain chapter and wrap everything up. No, if anything, I think people are so used to like the pacing of Wano, where it was more slow and methodical, that this quick egghead arc, they're just like, we're near the end of it. It feels like already. There's no big conflict to do. There's no big exploration of the island, the group splitting up and making sure that, oh, you're learning about this injustice, you're learning about this one, and we all coalesce together at the end. There's no feeling like that.
I think people are feeling like that because we got Vegapunk, who's just dumping things about the voice history, and devil foods and all these big mysteries.
But that was always gonna be.
Yeah, but it feels like because we got all these big mysteries and they're being slowly solved all right now, it seems like it's being rushed because it's just like we go to this next arc and all the things are just being solved. So I can see why people would feel that way, even though it's. Because, there's no indication that as soon as Wano ended, hey, here is the Vegapunk thing because it's right up the street. It's like Vegapunk could have been the next arc after Elbaf. It could have been the next arc after Wano. Could have been at any time, but it's right here after Wano. So I can see why people may feel like that.
I mean, but people are crying that it's been taking so long to get the information about Devil Fruit. So like now,
it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving the potential argument.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, Hollis. I forgot.
Oh, was that a super chat?
Yeah.
I was in my third Hokage mind. Yes. 377. It is. Let that man put the spatula down. He doesn't need to cook anymore. He's doing like 9-page chapters. The man is completely done. That's good. I like that one. But he's doing such short chapters. The man is clearly unwell, so you gotta stop him. I said this in the episode, but they're acting like La Brava. Oh Jesus Christ! Spoilers. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah. Spoilers. La Brava. They act like she's the big master hacker when we don't have any indication of that. They couldn't brought in somebody whose quirk is technology based. No, they just bring in this girl who's apparently amazing at hacking, such that she can find this dude in the sky that's taking down the entire island. Mm-hmm. And she's the one that's
Alfonso
doing it in
Rodriguez
her own
says,
room. With a
thoughts on
computer.
Mass Effect series?
Mass Effect series, I very much like it. I didn't like the ending of 3, but I feel like the gameplay of 3 is mostly okay. I didn't like what they did with the ammo system eventually. I liked 1 the most because it felt the most like an RPG. I understand that 2 plays the best, but it felt the most like an RPG to me. 2 is probably the best game in the series overall. Maybe not the story-wise, because there are some very iffy things, but the characters introduced are amongst the best of the series. You didn't answer my TTS. I don't know what your TTS is, and now I don't care. What's worse? Part 8's end, or Geo beating with Gold Experience Requiem, or Go Beyond.
Gold Experience Requiem.
Yeah, by far.
Cameron Bailey says, L.A. Brava was shown to be a hacker.
Okay, but a hacker of that level to where you need to go, all right, we need to give La Brava here. You don't have, DA said it, you don't have a tech hero that can hack things? You gotta bring in La Brava?
This dude took down the entire floating island. And that means that he has such level of technology that he's beating all the people that brought the island up. All the technology that's going through that. And yet, and we've seen the big hacking room that he's in with all the screens around her and stuff. Yeah. And she seems to be just at a computer. And it's just like, well, she's shown to be a hacker, but you know, if somebody's like, oh yeah, this dude's shown to be a bowler and he's beating the best bowler in the world, you can't be like, well, I understand that they're a bowler, but this dude is shown to be a great hacker, and she's shown to be a hacker, and now she's an amazing hacker. That's all. It's very difficult to believe.
Are we still preparing for that channel war? No, there is no channel war. There was a conceit. There was a concede. We're done with channel war. Leo, you do need some points, and Meme also needs points for the memeing. He said something recently about that, and I feel like that's fair. So Leo.
Was there a series, game, manga, or anime, etc., where you hated all the characters? No. There's always going to be characters that I like in a show. Yeah. Even something that I hate, like Fairy Tail. There's always going to be stuff. Mushishi? I don't think that's fair because, number one, I don't remember enough about Mushishi to talk about that. And also, it was mostly about the dude himself and just going around and doing ghost stuff. I don't remember whatsoever. Clannad, I have like 2 characters that I like in Clannad. And I think that's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
All right, there you
go.
go.
No Clannad Month. Shut up.
No Clannad. Maybe Clannad Month.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, no, there's always going to be somebody that I like. It's statistically impossible with enough characters.
This isn't a question, it's a demand. Watch Mob Psycho 100. I have it written down for the reading.
I tried to, but it's the same way that I felt about One Punch Man, where the first 3 or 4 episodes were just the same joke over and over again. I just got kind of tired of it. Mm-hmm. I understand that it goes beyond that, but that's not a very good introduction to get somebody hooked when it's just... oh, Sensei, you're an amazing psychic, and then Mob does something, and then the other dude takes all the credit, and Mob goes, yeah, you're really good. And that just happened over and over again. I'm just like, yeah.
That sounds very much like Detective Conan, where Sleeping Kogoro, where he solved the case and he lets Kogoro get all the credit while he just sits in the background, just solving the case. Wish I could donate one more time. No, shut up. Shut up, Isaiah. You've done enough. Thank you very much for all the money. Don't apologize
man,
for not
I
more.
can't spend more money on y'all. No, $20 was enough. Nothing is enough.
And my burger's probably freezing for suspicious spending. I would too. Who are these people you're giving all this money to?
Yeah, don't apologize. We're very appreciative. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to donate. It's fine.
We don't try to lock anything behind anything. Like sometimes I'll release a video for the bums like 6 hours before I release it to the public, just because they do spend money. So whatever, 4 hours. But I'm never gonna be like, Revisited is impossible to watch unless you pay $1. That's disgusting to me. I hate that type of Velma must be super tragic to watch. Super tragic. Dude, some of the jokes were just like, I couldn't believe it. Imagine having your name attached to that Velma show. That should be blacklist material enough. I mean, for the voice actors and stuff, they're just taking a role. They're just taking a check. It's the writer that's the problem. The writer and the creator. There's so many of y'all. It's mostly million. Favorite magic superpowers from Fairy Tail. I like the Slayer magic, Lucy Stardress, and Urza's Requip.
Yeah, Stardress is a good concept. I wish it would have been done more because she used like the cow one once.
Yeah,
stuff like that. It's a good idea to have her also in the battles, but she didn't do it enough.
Yeah, it wasn't there. I couldn't even tell you 4 of the dresses.
But
and
it also kind of seemed like Hiromachi was just like, I want to design some new outfits, and he did.
I liked Ice Make Magic before it could just do whatever he felt like doing.
I like Wendy's Dragon Slayer magic, the wind. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's fine.
I also just like Ichiya. I like Ichiya and his Parfum, and it powers him up or it puts people to sleep and stuff. It's not great, but he does what he do.
Yeah. There's some good powers in Fairy Tail. I like it. The flaws of something should only matter to you if they take away from what it is that makes you enjoy it in the first place. What do you think about this? The flaws of something should only matter to you. No, flaws should automatically matter if you're doing a assessment of the quality of whatever you're watching or listening to. If you're just there to enjoy it, then the flaws of it's up to you whether it's going to detract from your enjoyment of it. But if you're going... I'm going to assess this piece of media and you're glossing over the flaws, I don't believe you should do that. What do you think about the Akira twist in Dress Up Darling? Is that the person that said they hate Maki? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the twist. It was very weird. It felt like a lot of drama for a manga that's mostly wholesome. And I was okay with the drama. I was okay with the potential, not everybody's going to get along, but I liked the way it was flipped. It feels fast because it's such in every chapter. I refuse to believe that Monkey D. Dragon is his true name because no parent would think of that. Shield Dragon as a name. What do you think? I'm open for suggestions.
We've seen a lot of dumb names.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could always also change his name. Yeah, I don't know because we don't know about people and their mothers and if the mother named them or what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, could not be. We don't really know. It doesn't really affect the story if his name was something like Monkey D, because Garp is just like a word.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect it if he changed his name.
I thought you guys weren't trying to show Lily. We're not trying to do Lily.
Yeah, without being forced to.
Without being forced to. Wait, they're bringing La Brava back? Oh no, oh yeah, she's already back. What is your favorite Transformers character? It's
I have
cliche.
not watched the Transformers show. I've not watched any of the
I've
Transformers
always loved
music.
Optimus, but it's such a cliche.
Obvious
I haven't
answer.
watched it since I was like 9. And I was so into the main hero is the best of them. No, my hero is going towards his end. If it goes past this year, I would be shocked.
He said it was supposed to end last year, but he seems like he underestimated number 1, and he's been taking a couple breaks as well.
Yeah.
Plus the really short chapters.
Maybe by summer it's over. Again, if it goes past this year,
30 chapters or so.
Yeah, that's about summer. I should get points for memes too. Oh my god, I'm not just
that's
gonna.
That's the problem with free points, homie.
I'm trying to give it to it for. I'm trying to be nice, and people are like, but where mine? This is why you can never give people money if you win the lottery, because then the next person is gonna be like, well, where my
I've known
money?
you for just as long.
No salad saying tonight. No salad. Look, y'all got salad saying after videos like 4 straight streams in a row, then a full salad saying watch along, and it's still not enough salad.
More and more and more.
Y'all are gonna be the healthiest most out there. Is there anyone you like in Velma? I can tolerate the parents.
Shaggy would be fine if he was something more than nothing, but he's nothing. Fred, there's good stuff in Fred. In a better show, I would like Fred more.
Yeah, I think Fred is just fine. I think the one meta joke he made was kind of but everything else, he's just a giant man baby. I'm good with Fred.
Both of the parents, Fred's parents, were inoffensive.
What is your favorite social link in Persona 4? If it's not Naoto or Kanji, you're just wrong. We went through all of them.
Yep, we talked about that.
Mine was Nanako. Yours was Marie.
Marie and Golden, because I cheated.
Oh yeah, you are a cheater.
Who was it? Oh no, I can't search.
Mine was Nanako though. What is that video I see on Discord? It's nothing. That's what it is. Are we almost done?
Yep, no, but it was Naoto. Naoto and Marie, because I cheated.
Yep. What magic from Black Clover would you like to have? The transportation magic, spatial magic.
It's always fun. Teleporting.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, kill everything.
Kill all that noise. Wake up, shower, go to work. Instantly.
Unless you work from home, which is
worthless.
Would be pointless.
But then you can go to I feel like just going to the Bahamas for 6 hours. Zoop.
I've always liked water magic. Because it's a lot of stuff that you can do with water, especially when you consider that water is all in the air and everything. So if you gather that up and water stuff.
Did you guys ever watch the 2011 Thundercats show? No, I've never been a big fan of Thundercats. Ho. Yeah, I've never been a big fan. So, BG, thoughts on the latest Comey arc?
No.
It might be the best Comey arc that has appeared in the manga so far, and I am absolutely enthralled in how it ends. My cousin liked Velma, and I don't know why, because she's a big Scooby-Doo fan. You're always gonna have those people that are just whatever the media is, no matter how the quality of it, I'm going to find something to enjoy.
Especially if it's their brand of humor.
Yeah.
If they're like this, I find this referential stuff funny, this meta third wall breaking stuff funny, they're gonna like it. So I can see that. I wouldn't deride anybody for liking it. I would simply ask them, why do you like it?
Yes.
And then we can have a conversation about it.
Is Scooby-Doo even in Velma, your show? Not yet.
But
never.
They're gonna put it somewhere. The last episode is gonna find them have them finding Scooby-Doo, or it's gonna be they're gonna turn on the news and it's gonna be a decapitated dog and you're gonna cry because we remember Scooby or something like that. It's gonna be somewhere. They have to. They cannot.
Do you think Garp will face off against Blackbeard? And if he does, whose money you got on it?
Oh, that's already happening.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. But I feel like
spoilers.
This is big spoilers. I feel like Blackbeard is gonna kill Garp, but Garp's gonna allow himself to get killed to allow Kobe and the rest to escape.
I said this whole time that people were just like, Shanks is going to get killed by Blackbeard, which is going to add a whole nother layer to Luffy's revenge and everything. And then
Chris the
Garp
Chilled
stepped
says,
up. I'm like, maybe it's
thoughts
going
on
to be
the
Garp.
recent Black Clover chapters.
But that's my thought process in it. I think if something does go down, I can see Blackbeard being mad sneaky and just sort of stabbing him in the back and just like, well, I've beaten you. I've beaten the hero.
Yeah. The recent Black Clover, it's going too fast. It's, we introduced a conflict. We resolved the conflict. I don't like it. They are truly speeding towards the end. We should have gotten more time with these people so we can actually see their strength and build them up, as opposed to, oh, they're here now and it's over. It's irritating. Black Clover is going down very quickly, and I hate it. You can never have too much Silent Saiyan. It'll never be enough. We want all the Silent Saiyan reactions to his video. If you had an Omnitrix, what alien species from the movie series
LA
would
Brava
it be?
crack into the UA system to allow Gentle in for their crime.
We're not doing this
we'll
gentle
talk
stuff.
about that. Accelerate. Speed. It's fantastic. Speed is always number one. But Brava cracking in, we don't know how long that took. We don't know what their defenses were. We don't know who put the defenses up. There's a lot of questions behind that cracking of it. It's not as easy as somebody cracks something, because it could have a weaker back door, as opposed to somebody who's hacking something. They would know the defenses. They would know how to defend against hackers, because they are a hacker themselves. So it's a lot difference between hacking something and hacking someone who is a hacker. We know that I will accept that she is a good hacker.
Yeah.
But this dude is an amazing hacker. And he's also a hacker.
Favorite Pokemon of each type, for example, Metagross for Steel.
Leo Luster
that's gonna
says,
be a long one.
"You big lip monkeys need to learn how to not spoil things. Gorilla, 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 gorilla."
I said spoilers. I've been trying to recently. I apologize if we do, but that is.
Hey, tell people to stop asking us questions about the most current stuff. We are all out. There's nobody in questions that we need to answer, so we are about to be out of here.
Normal stream next month. Next week. Normal videos. Nothing special planned.
I was thinking.
No, you weren't.
We do one of those tier boys we've been talking about. Cereal or candy bars or something.
We could definitely do that.
And that can either take
Creative
over the stream
username
Saturday
says,
or
"It's not over until the fish jumps."
I know I'm gonna do it, or maybe I'm not. Who knows?
Yeah, so we can either do that to take over the stream, or we can do it as a supplemental stream, like on a Friday
We're
or
not
something.
doing extra
Or we could do it to take over the regular Revisited.
We're not doing extra streams. They get one stream a week. That's the rule.
That's never been our rule.
That's the rule.
We need 2 for Phil.
That's the rule. We did 2 for Salad saying.
Oh, dude, Salad, my
Never
God,
again.
never again. And for all the people that are asking for Salad saying,
Tell them they can shove off.
Save your money next time once we announce that we're gonna do this. Instead of complaining.
Always complaining.
For the rich people. Save your money.